Good evening, and welcome to this week's By the Dice. So, this week, we're actually kind of short on announcements.
Shout out to Fesliyan Studios, who will provide our music again tonight. Awesome royalty-free music.
And other than that, there really isn't anything this week. It's the beginning of a new year, and apparently in Nox Vitalia we're setting it off with a bang. Oh, there is one other announcement. Denver has decided to join this campaign.
I exist!
Welcome, Denver!
So they'll be joining in, and we've figured out how to pull them into the story right in the thick of it. So, with that being said, last week, everybody had come to the decision that the Myconid colony near one of the Underdark thoroughfares in the Evermist region was, well, for lack of a better term, worth saving, and had gone to discuss with the druids what needed to be done.
Yep.
The druids then proceeded to very much encourage you to help stop this insanity and help defend the Myconids themselves. Though they didn't really leave any reasons other than the fact that this was looking like an act of genocide as to why they'd want you to intervene so heavily, or heavy-handedly if necessary, with never being given any restrictions on what you're allowed to do, and pretty much just being left to your own devices. That being said, we pick everything up with everyone getting ready to strap themselves together who is currently in town. We will get to you. And a few of the sort of mid-range type students, or some of the teaching staff, they're not really elders, but Viridia, you would know that they are people who were like teaching assistants who were doing like journeyman type work at the Grove. So they'd had a little experience, but this is where they decided to like see if they could find something to do for a longer time span. A couple of them, a group of about 3 or 4 of them, approach the group of you and just kind of bow politely and stand waiting as you're pulling your armor on and making sure that you're all prepared and strapped up.
You come to help us with our cause.
In a way, yes. Our duties are here, as you're aware, and they've taken up far too much of our energy to be of any real use to you.
All right.
But we do come bearing this, and they hand you each 2 basically mid-level healing potions. So they do like 2d6 plus 4 healing each. They hand them to each of you. And we're here to provide transport whenever you're ready. We can't get you to where you need to be, but we can get you close. And you notice that the sun is starting to get low in the sky. It's just to the point where the sun is no longer in the sky and you just have the hues of sunset.
We should get there, hopefully well ahead of the villagers, and rest. As soon as possible. Is everybody ready? Alabaster?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
And, Wisp. Wisp, you ready?
I'm always ready.
Fantastic. All right, stand by for transport.
So, the more advanced, the more tenured of the group steps forward and walks towards one of the larger oak trees inside the grove. They
Oh yeah.
place out their hand as you've seen them do 100 times before. Cross chatter, guys. And they open a green circle opens, and you hear the wood creak, almost as if the womb of the world opens up before you. And a swirling mass of natural energy flows before it. Well, there's your way there. It'll be close. Think you've been where this'll drop you off before.
I believe so. Thank you. And I bow politely and I reach into my herb pouch and I pull out a sprig of lavender and I hand it to the lead druid.
Oh, thank you. They put it in their pocket. Well, on your way then.
And I step confidently through the portal.
I follow.
I leap through, wings spreading. I've been wanting to get back to these Myconids since yesterday.
I'm just gonna casually walk through.
Within a few moments of being surrounded by a mass of swirling energies, you feel a rush as if time and space stop, but motion doesn't. Butterflies in your stomach. And you come out on the other side of it. It's almost like when you're going into a hard, steep dive and gravity starts to help. And the next thing you know, you're stepping through as if you were just walking. Only seconds later, in the shadows of the mountains, right at the meeting point where the road and the remember how there was that trail that went up, the road that went up towards where the Myconids were, that looked like a hunting
And
trail?
the main road.
And the main road? You
Yeah.
step out of an elm tree that is set maybe 10 feet back into the wood, into the forest from that particular intersection. At the corner closest to the town you just came from.
We should head up the trail all the way up to the mouth of the cave before we even attempt to set up camp. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah. I think that's a good spot.
Alright. So, we should also not make any more sound than necessary as we creep up this trail would be my guess. Let's go quietly and swiftly. So, I just start heading up the trail towards the mouth of the cave.
Liz, what are you doing?
I figure I will go into stealth and start heading up the cave.
Alright, so it's 1, 2.
I assume that since I went in unfurling my wings, I'm going to come out further unfurling them and attempt to stay off the ground.
Okay, that's no problem. It's just like taking off the ground for exactly like it. It doesn't even affect you. You just got a weird butterfly in your stomach takeoff effect. It didn't rush you, it didn't speed you up, slow you down, or make it easier or harder.
Cool.
And I just walk along the trail.
Alright, so not worried about stealth or anything? You can try it regardless of whether you have advantage on it or disadvantage. Anyone's allowed. Anybody who wants to stealth, I'd need to make a stealth check is why I'm asking.
Okay, I am going to try to fly quietly.
In other words, try to stick to a place where you're not noticeable in the sunset. Got it.
Nat 20 plus my 4.
Come here, you.
18.
You do not need to be on the map tonight.
Repeat. 18.
18? You're fine. You don't even have to think about it.
Right.
21.
21?
19 plus 2.
19 plus 2? Nice.
18.
You're fine too. Everybody's. So you all basically managed to fade into the background and find plenty of shadow at this hour to, with relative ease, blend in and still be able to keep enough vision that you can, well, that you can see what's going on in front of you. as you're traveling up the road, it takes, after the sun sets further, it's still about 1.5 miles to the cave. And we're going to turn to a different part of the forest. When you left town, what's your name, by the way, on your sheet?
Azura.
Azura, when you left town, you had heard rumors that the townsfolk were going to wipe out a intelligent group of entities because they made really good, they could turn them into really good mushroom soup, and they'd been feeding it to you for months. And you've kind of been, you can accept what's done is done, but you've been hearing them talk about just wiping out this entire culture or group of colony of people. And you've found yourself following. And now as the sun's setting and getting lower in the sky, you can see them taking out tar-soaked torches and sparking them up. And at this moment, take a minute to describe yourself to us.
I am Azura. I'm a satyr. I have a mustache and goatee. I wear a loincloth. I am a barbarian.
That doesn't tell us
Okay.
anything about how you look.
Okay.
How tall are you?
Oh, I am 5'8". So average for other species, but short for my species.
Right. And are you carrying anything anybody be able to see?
Yeah, I have a axe and a shield, and I have a pouch on both of my hips, like pouch on each of my hips, and I have a necklace that has a gem, and I have a mentality of I will either fuck it or smash it.
Well, as you're wandering with this rather large group of people, you'd estimate it to, because, well, you are at least intelligent enough to be able to count. You can numbers. So, you can guess that there's maybe about 25 to 30 people or more in this mob.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy directly to us looks over. So, what you gonna do with your share of the bounty out of this? I'm gonna take mine down into Kastara and sell it on the markets out there in the Magic City.
It'll be for my consumption and discretion. And then I walk away from him.
Scratches his head. Wonder what that meant. Picks up his torch and goes back and rabble-rousing with his friends. About this time, you see it break out onto a trail. And it looks like they're the first, and you can there's a weird smell to the air. It reminds you of moldy bread.
Mm-hmm.
And and there's a haze through the forest as you watch the mob start walking in, though it does seem to clear away from the torches as they go. So what do you do?
The majority of the mob is human, right?
Human, elf, couple dwarves, and one rather arrogant-looking gnome.
I mutter to myself, these stupid smooth skins are gonna be smited by some mushrooms. And me.
Somebody kind of looks at, well, actually, let me see if they do or not. No, nobody heard you.
Nice muttering under your breath.
Very nice, because I rolled a natural 1.
You muttered seamlessly.
Somebody kind of like twitches, almost like they think you might have said something, but just kind of shrugs it off as about the most you get. She likes that candle for some reason.
DM's cat.
Yeah. Come here, you. Down. No, she's having a moment. And she's just not having it on the table now. So, anyway. Yeah, they have no clue that you just said this, and they continue moving on. And then you watch, every now and then, one seems to be stopped. Like, completely. They're not moving. Right in the path. Maybe this.
As I pass the one closest to me, I want to investigate to see if they still have a pulse or if they're just already dead.
Oh, they're quite alive. What is that? Make a Constitution save, or roll for Constitution saving throw, so you get your saving throw bonus in the big box.
Okay. D20?
Yep.
14 plus 6 equals 20.
Okay, you're golden. Yeah, I didn't think that this would have any effect on you. So, you notice that they have a really weird film over their skin. It's almost a pearlescent white color.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very translucent, and they kind of smell moldy. But beyond that, yeah, they've got a pulse. They're still quite alive. They're just kind of stuck.
One less for me to off. Sounds good.
They can hear you, by the way. They just can't talk.
I don't give a shit.
And yeah, that will bring us back around to, it's on the outside of the class. I don't know, but that will bring us back around to the other part of the party, because it's going to take us a minute to collide you all. Where about 10 minutes up the pathway, as the light sinks further down behind the mountains, and the sky fades only to the darkest of lavenders and purples and blues, you can start smelling torch tar on the wind and mildew. And there's
Looks
no
like we're not going to
sound in
have-
the woods.
Looks like we're probably not going to get that rest in after all. Are we in front of the cave entrance now where we're supposed to be?
No, not yet. You are about a half mile that way.
Where am I?
You, about a quarter mile up the trail from where the rest of the party is, and from a bird's eye view, can see an interesting menagerie of large and medium beasts and myconids laying in wait. There are none of the smaller little morel-looking, what would be considered children. They're nowhere to be found, but what you can see is that there's torchlights between your friends and the Myconids. A lot of them. And you see one person kind of lag back at a moment and investigate one of the people who seems stuck.
If a beak could grin.
And now I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
I needed them to be here.
That would be a perception. Would be a dirty 20.
It was only a 16, so that'll work just fine. You hear them go, "Oh, good, one less for me to kill."
Yes. If a beak could grin.
But you're also...
So we're behind the group?
You're behind them, the Myconids are ahead of them, and they know what all is going on from about 150 feet up in the air above you. So are you going to go tell your friends what's the deal, what the shape is?
I am. I trust the Myconids with their big snake are going to be just fine. At least for a minute while I go tell everybody else.
Okay.
So I'm going to double back and...
Alright, and so you...
I've just doubled back.
Okay, so you see Kalora coming back around, and they come down and they land in front of you.
Villagers got here first. Myconids are ready.
We need to hurry. And I start sprinting up the trail.
Are you going to tell them everything that you heard?
At least one of them's friendly. I heard one of them say that the one that stopped moving was just one less they had to kill. So one of them's friendly to our cause.
Thanks for the heads up.
Horns, fur, the ovals in the eyes.
Got it.
Cool mustache.
Got it.
Oh, and a loincloth.
Got it.
They would have had a great axe strapped to their back as well as a really nice, well-crafted sword and shield, by the way. You would recognize that much.
I was paying attention to the cool mustache.
Very nicely manicured, handlebarred out brush.
With like full lip space in between.
So I am no longer trying to stealth. That doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And I'm running up the trail.
Okay, yeah, that won't be a problem.
I'm still going to be stealthing, and I'm going to be moving at my normal speed, just kind of like coming up along the trail.
Okay, so you're going to be using full dash actions each turn?
Yes.
So full 60 feet of movement every...
Yes.
I am going to fly ahead, back over the villagers.
Okay.
And while I'm in flight, I'm going to wield my shield and try to position myself within 5 feet of a group of Myconid soldiers.
It takes you about 3.5 minutes to get up to the Myconids, but they do recognize you. And you notice that a large number of different types of spores in the area almost seem to go. It's like that haze seems to make a bubble around you.
Very nice, very nice.
They're not aiming at you.
My friends are coming. They'll be here soon.
You hear in the back of your mind, they should cover their faces.
I'll be back.
They'll be back next round.
Make a good messenger.
You have watched, by the way, I need you to roll a perception check at
Yeah.
this point, because
Yeah.
somebody's flown over your head twice.
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, 'cause they're back,
So
and then they're
13.
13? Yeah, it wasn't that hard to perceive that they're not trying to hide. So a couple other people have also been looking up, and you just kind of followed your eyes with them, and they're like, yeah, there's this bird person that seems pretty well armed with a sword and a shield, like flying back and forth. Not sure what they're doing, but, well,
Perhaps they're lost.
you have no clue. Oh, and yeah. I need to see if that happens because they're gonna start noticing. Nope. They still haven't noticed that some of their friends are just stopping dead in their tracks.
Obviously, I have taken to the sky again.
And I actually do need the rest of you who are on the ground to make a Constitution save. It's only an 11, so don't worry too much about it. That
One.
bounced. Unless you want to own it.
I can own it. It was a 1.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nat
And
20?
it landed solid.
You said con?
Yep.
Got a total 14.
2 of you are fine. I need you to make a perception check, though. You're headed back.
And I am pulling scraps of thick fabric that I use for bandages out of my pouch as I'm going.
That perception check was a total of 5. So,
Nope. You don't notice that she stopped. What was yours?
I didn't even do a perception check. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Myconids have had some time to set some shit up.
16, and then perception goes off of what?
It should say perception. I believe it goes off of wisdom.
wisdom.
Okay. Yeah. Mine would be dirty 20.
You, as you're keeping to the shadows and everything and keeping your eyes, you manage to notice that Viridia stops dead in her tracks and looks completely vacant.
Alright.
Kind of like who failed their saves the last time you all dealt with these things? It's not kind of like Kalora did the last time that you were around them. When that cloud of spores hit them in the face.
Yeah. Alright, just that blank deer in the headlights look.
With the lights are on and nobody's home and they're just kind of standing there drooling on themselves, yes.
Alright.
Only without the drool because,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
elves don't drool.
I'm gonna ask what's wrong.
Can't get an answer. About
Is
this
this a
time.
magical effect?
Can I do, Can I do like an investigation or
But you wouldn't know that.
or something like that?
You could. What are you trying to investigate or look into?
Try to figure out what's going on with them.
Need you to make a nature check.
Alright.
can anybody else who wants to?
Sydney.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Any bonuses?
That is bonus.
That is with the bonus? How about you?
0.
Dee, nope. You, on the other hand, are pretty sure it has to do with this haze and the moldy smell in the air. So,
Well, because of my character being
basically, you're pretty sure that it's some sort of a paralytic effect from the spores in the air.
Okay. I was gonna say, because of my character being a tabaxi, I was thinking that I probably have a heightened sense of smell. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, you'd still smell mold, that's about it.
But I figured if I'm smelling like real bad, funky mold, I would take and cover my face.
Okay. And you're pretty sure that's what stopped her dead in her tracks.
Okay.
And you land about this time seeing Viridia stuck.
Not knowing much else of what to do, I'm going to take one of the strips. They're nice and decently thick but long strips, and just tie it around her face.
You're down for another Constitution save, by the way.
With advantage because I've just covered her face.
Yep, advantage because you're not breathing the spores in anymore. We'll go with that. Just beat an 11.
Oh yeah, I beat an 11. It was 15.
Cool. So you come out of it right as Kalura is caught tying a... How clean is it?
It's very clean. These are bandages I made recently.
Very clean bandage across your mouth and nose.
Okay.
Seems to actually be helping a reasonable amount.
And I hold up enough for everybody else. Bandages?
I'm good.
Did you need a bandage?
Yeah.
I'm already covered.
I'll put it on.
Fixing it over my beak because I don't want the Myconids to feel like they have to deliberately avoid me. Like,
I mean, I had it, so.
I'm not complaining, I'll just wait.
That's good. We can go. We gotta move.
and
About
I have a protective.
You watch,
range,
you can actually hear it take off because you all have been moving forward as you were going.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the birds say, "I'm off," and take off from maybe about 75 feet behind you. You're kind of lagging behind, giggling to yourself, just waiting for it. As you see them take off, and before they're actually within earshot of you overhead, because they're relatively loud as they clang off the ground in scale mail.
Yeah, getting off the ground is the noisy bit.
On the ground, they're normally colliding with somebody, so nobody notices. So, or do you want to do anything as they're flying overhead this time, or?
I'm actually going to make a beeline for them.
You're going to make a beeline for them?
I noticed them being friendly. I'm taking them a bandage.
Okay. So about
Protective
2 to
fighting
3
style.
minutes. They're actually, your group is actually catching up relatively quickly since Viridius decided to start running.
Good, good.
And, well, they're walking. So you guys are definitely moving at about 3 times their pace. They're an angry mob. They need to hype themselves up.
Right.
I'm going to do my best to land not into, but near.
Alright, so describe what they see as you land. And how that landing goes. How...
In scale mail, with wings unfurled and ashy white feathers and somehow shiny but dirty brown feathers. What would look like some of the smaller bald eagles that you've seen in your travels, but also plus human. Lands in front of you, whip over the shoulder, shield on their arm, sword in hand, with a bandage hanging out of their sword hand. Oh, oh. Bandage for face.
I suppose. Thank you.
We'll stop the freezy.
I was fined, but it doesn't help to keep them from having to avoid me. So I put it on too.
Okay.
Okay, I go now. I tell them face masks are friendly.
That works.
I'm very, very one-track mind.
I understand Kalora quite well at this point on that part.
I'm
And-
thinking, just in simple language.
So Alabaster, how are you? Other than putting on your face mask, where are you at on this?
Just making my way steadily up the trail towards the.
Prepping anything, weapons, anything like that, or is everything still sheathed intact?
I am casting Shillelagh on my staff, and also as my bonus action, Thunder Smite.
It's a bonus action. Thunder Smite you might want to hold until you're actually swinging.
First melee attack is when it goes off.
How long does it last?
I'm just gonna prepare my great sword just so I have it ready. As I make my
So
way up the
unsheath your
trail.
great sword.
Yeah. And I do have +1 damage to my next 10 strikes still.
That's right. That'll be helpful. It's gonna be brutal.
I'm keeping my whip up here as a backup. My 2 hand axes are now fixed to my hips. I have 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah.
But I'm holding my shield for the effect of the Myconid skin is very, very soft.
Duration concentration up to 1 minute, so 10 rounds.
Okay, cool. So for that first sweat, so you can hold. Are both of those concentration spells, or does Shillelagh just work? Because that
They
would.
do very different things, but I only need the Thunder Smite to go off. Well, I can recast it.
I just don't want you to have to burn a spell if you aren't going to burn a spell. If you don't need to burn a spell, like because you can't have 2 concentration spells at once.
Right. I'm getting there.
Oh, you're fine. Take your time.
When they leave, they said that were gonna tell the others. So I'm like, okay, well there'll be multiple people, multiple beings for fighting these stupid
It is not.
mushroom
not?
killers.
Shillelagh is not?
No.
How long does it last?
1 minute.
Okay, cool. So you're golden. That will work beautifully. All right, and are you prepping anything for the madness to come?
Well, how far am I away from the rest of the group?
You're actually keeping relatively good pace with them.
Okay, cool. Then I don't have to do the one thing. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Fiendish Vigor. It allows me to cast False Life on myself at will without using a spell slot or any materials.
Fiendish Vigor is just a thing that exists for you.
Mhm.
Because it's an invocation, you don't have to cast it, it's just there.
Yeah, it can, I'm going to use False Life.
How long does False Life last?
It just says for duration. It doesn't specify what the duration is.
It should say it in
It
the...
should say it in the description then.
I might have not written it down by accident. That's a high
It's
possibility.
alright, that's workable. It's in one of the books, I know that much.
Oh. My red D12 is missing.
Hmm?
I'm missing my red D12.
I thought it was on the...
Apparently it slid by my butt.
Okay.
It was trying to give me kisses.
Here we go. False Life. It lasts for 1 hour.
Okay. Thank you. I'll write that down.
Okay, so you're going to cast False Life on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points. And go ahead and roll for that one.
am going to.
They noticed
That was awesome.
No.
I am going to position myself. I'm going to try to find some younger, less seasoned looking soldiers.
They're townspeople.
Not
That was
townspeople, Myconid
Oh.
soldiers. Like younger looking adults that look like, oh, please don't make me fight.
Nice.
There aren't any.
Okay. There aren't any. They all seem absolutely.
Well, at least as far as you can tell, there aren't any. They're all mushrooms. They have very few facial features. You can't tell if they're angry. You can't tell if they're scared.
Alright, well then the smaller group.
You find a smaller group of rather odd-looking Myconids. About 5 of them off to the side. They look kind of like the adults, only they're stranger sort of green with a fuchsia edging to their gills and everything. And as you approach them, I need you to make a dex save.
That would be a 14.
As you approach them, you watch as the spores in the air, you notice the spores in the air turn a yellowish color.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as the very tips of your feathers start melting off, and you suddenly understand why these ones are over here by themselves.
I'm gonna leave them alone. Ew. Gonna go find a different group. These ones don't want to play with me.
Other than that, there's predominantly just the main group on the main thing with 4 very, very large, like 9 foot tall, standard issue looking brightly purples and greens and reds. You don't know what the classification for that type of a Myconid is, but big ones. But that seems like the safer group for someone like you to be involved in. By your tactical
The
ed.
smaller ones didn't want to play. I'll put myself here.
You saying this out loud?
Uh-huh. In that, I don't feel like I'm going to be very useful this minute.
You'd be surprised.
And friend, my friends are wearing face coverings.
Somebody walks over, one of them walks up and just pats you on the back. And just nudges your shoulder with its.
My friends are wearing coverings on their faces.
It
They're your
just shrugs
friends.
and it just shrugs and then it actually wanders off and goes and positions itself off the side of the road. And about this time, you start seeing the torchlights, guys. And you start hearing footsteps behind you.
Mm-hmm. The
And
next.
you need to make a constitution save at a difficulty of 16.
Dirty 20.
You're okay for now. Yes.
Can I start I want to ram the next frozen person to try and kill them.
Roll perception for me.
14 minus 2 is 12.
You find one. Pretty decent sized barrel chested guy. Wearing a blacksmith's apron. Roll to hit.
Okay.
It's a D20.
Cool.
Plus 5.
Okay, cool.
And add your strength modifier to whatever damage you roll if you hit.
I rolled a 19 plus
hit.
5
It's a
plus
24.
what he said. They said to add something too.
Add your roll damage. Add your strength modifier.
Now roll damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Heard. Got it. Okay. Yes. Ner. I got one of those, right?
A D6 is a normal dice.
Duh.
Okay.
It happens to every D&D
Every
player.
single person does that.
Oh,
At least
that's
once.
just rough.
How about the game that I spent half of rolling a D12?
Oh yeah.
Couldn't figure out why they weren't rolling higher.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Add another 5.
Plus 5 more. What?
No.
Add another 3.
What?
No, 5 plus 3.
No, my attack bonus is plus 5, and then my thingy is 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, so 1d6 plus 3 is 8, so you're right.
There we go.
It is 8, and
There we go.
that's fine.
That's fine. That's plenty.
Yeah. As you all are passing these now stationary corpses, you watch as this. Well, you're from the other side, so you'd know this is a satyr. You're a druid. You would know this is a satyr. Make a knowledge on either history or arcana would be the most likely places.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Also Faye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of not gonna happen. I got a 1.
Thank you. So you are not really sure, but they's got hooves and horns. You know that much.
Okay. I know they're covered in furs like me.
Well,
No.
no.
I don't really have that much.
It has like a man's torso.
Okay.
Just hooves, horns, and a loincloth, and a very large axe. But
Okay.
what you do know, because you're watching it happen, is that they straight out bolt into somebody, and as they collide with this guy, they take a chunk away as they basically run straight through them. And as a result of this, you can smell and taste how much liquor that guy had been drinking the day before, because there are bits of him hanging from your face and horns now.
Ooh, a little scent of alcohol to get me going. Just.
He doesn't scream, he just goes splat. Viridia, you also see this guy go splat up the way.
Oh, lovely. Well, that must be the ally.
Your thoughts on this, Alabaster?
Here we go.
Should we roll an initiative? Because
There's
I
no-
got something to do.
Well, there's no actual combat just yet. That was just a random stunned on the side of the road guy.
Okay, well, there's about to be. You said we could see the villagers, so they're within 90 feet,
You
right?
can see their torches. They're at about 120 feet away.
Let me know when they get 90 feet away.
Next round.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Did I see said person splat?
Yes.
It's raining blood! Okay, I'm gonna sit here and keep moving as fast as I can towards the group. Is there anybody around me other than party?
Roll perception.
Because I'm a little on the board side. So 16.
You actually have about. Look at that one. You've got you can see 2 or 3 stunned villagers just standing along the road.
2 or 3 villagers just standing along
They're
the road.
stunned.
And how far are they from me?
Within 15 feet each. in opposite directions.
Yeah, guys, before we go into this too far, just remember, I don't think we want to kill all the villagers. We don't want to wipe out the village.
All of
We're
the
just
villagers
trying
did
to
not know.
prevent them from killing the mushrooms.
I think at this moment in time, I'm gonna go ahead and just randomly pull out 3 pebbles from my pocket. And while doing so, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. What's that? I can't remember. Oh, I'm gonna cast Magic Stone. So bonus action.
Okay. And that what you're gonna do?
Yep, I'm gonna cast Magic Stone, and I'm just gonna take one of the stones and kind of throw it at the villager.
Roll to hit.
And they're gonna kill all the villagers.
Well, the paladin said don't kill all the villagers.
19.
It hits.
Uh,
Roll for damage.
Alright, so I hit.
This one's sturdier.
I don't know what I would. Wow.
Plus your spell modifier, right?
Yeah, which is charisma.
It's plus your spell modifier is something else. Plus it's charisma plus 8.
Okay. Charisma plus 8.
Yeah.
Alright, so 12 plus that. 14.
You watch this pebble go flying as you're saying, "Don't kill all the villagers." Wisp goes like this, and a pebble smacks a villager in the head and takes it off.
I don't think the point is to kill the villagers, people. We want to help them by having them leave this war, not get killed by a bunch of mushrooms or us. We don't want to wipe out the village. Come
You
on.
do you, I do me.
Come on now.
You have to try. That's the thing. Alright. So, that. I need to see whether or not they've noticed all of this. And finally, as that head goes, part of the gore smacks into somebody. And they turn around and, hey, what are you doing over there?
Am I
Hey.
close enough?
You can hear this, yes.
Like how far? Like
They're pretty much caught up to you. And you can hear this like maybe 15 feet in front of you since you're generally with the group. Like 15 feet in front, you watch the gore go flying. A bit of it splattered on you, but...
I'm
and,
already splattered.
yeah, you're already covered. You can't tell one guy from another that's all over you like that. And...
I want to ram the person who's trying to get the other people noticed.
they turned around as he yelled.
Oh damn.
And they see you covered in gore, a lifeless body about 10 feet from you, 10 to 15 feet from you, on the ground, missing its head, and they're wiping a bit of their friend off of the back of their own face. Like, right about here.
Okay.
And now the entire group is looking at all of you, and now everyone should roll for initiative.
Yay.
Okay. Okay.
Initiative is
13. Oh, wait.
what bonus does initiative
Dex.
get? Okay.
It's a
Okay,
dex
so
save,
15.
so if you're proficient in dexterity, it gives you extra.
10.
10?
Yeah.
How about you?
5. Minus
Five?
2.
Your
Oh,
Dex.
initiative is plus 0.
okay.
You're good there.
I just heard Dex, not Wiz.
Yeah.
Wiz is minus 2.
Is plus 0, so mine's 2.
It's okay, my intelligence is -1.
I'm
Average teenager intelligence.
You alright?
They just hate it when their body makes that sound.
I always take up and then burp. I had to go away.
okay, so 5 of that. As so the group turns around. So let's start with commoners. Okay, so 15 to 20, anybody?
15.
15? What's your dex?
2. Or, oh, it was a +2, hold on. 15.
Cool. So
I got a 19 on my initiative.
you got a 19 on your initiative, that would have put you, and what's your dexterity?
Oh,
I said 15 to 20, that would be you too.
Oh, yeah. My dex is +2.
Plus 2.
Wait, what?
Your dex,
Oh, my actual dex?
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
14? Yeah. So okay, so 10 to 15s. You're 15. 5 to 10?
10.
What was yours?
2.
2?
Huh.
10, 5, so. And your name is?
Azura.
Azura. Azura.
Did you need to know my actual dex?
Nope.
Okay.
And then Alabaster bringing up 3. Alrighty. So with that, all of the pre-combat things taken care of, that brings us around to you, Wisp.
Yeah. So there's.
As they turn to face you, having flung your little stone.
How far away are
Maybe about 30 feet at this point, because you all never said you stopped moving. So I've just been assuming that you've had your 30-foot of progression movement every round.
Well, how many bonus actions am I allowed?
One per round, but this is a brand new start of the round.
Okay. You said there's how many moving towards us? Within the 30-foot range that you were saying.
You can count 8.
8. Okay. Well, since I still have 2 more stones, I'm gonna go ahead and toss the 2 more stones. I guess one is an action and one is a bonus action, I would say.
Who are you? Okay, so before we go much further, there is something that we're going to have to do.
Okay.
Other than throw things on the floor. First of all, yeah, I'll use 20s for that.
Oh, we're not throwing things occasionally. Oh yeah.
3, 4. It's more than enough to take care of a group of villagers. There's that nasty little group of 4 off in the that we were talking about off in the bushes.
You need a D4. Are you stealing another D6?
I wasn't sure if we were gonna be on the map.
Yes, you are going to be on the map.
Is this
You need a
me?
No,
D4.
you're fine. I was
Yeah.
just trying to get out of your way.
But you can keep the D6.
D4?
I have a D4. I have more than one. I just was like, this is marking my character on the map.
That's why we said pick a D4.
Oh.
You too.
Character marker.
No.
I only
Where is
have
blue?
4, so
So where are we?
This one.
You all
Borrow one?
are right about
Then you can
here.
put this one in the
Off the
ice
map
in your
just a
bowl.
little.
Okay.
Actually, you'd be right about here, I'm sorry. My character. Yeah, you don't have any D4 attacks, and if you do, I can definitely hand you one. I just dumped all my
I
dice.
think you're
on the
right
floor.
ahead of me, right?
Yeah, and I just dumped all my dice on the floor, so give me a second.
I got you.
Now, so that I can be cohesively easy to understand what's what, 12s. That's you? You are way the hell over there. Those 2 match.
No.
Where'd you go?
That'll work.
No, I gotta try to get up.
No, you don't.
there you go. Just hand the base. Good.
Okay, because the couch is kind of eating me right now.
Yeah, it does that a lot.
Good. You weren't feeling that great, so there.
You'll have to move me because Chris's dice moved me.
While they're up, I'm gonna hop up.
Cool, and thank you.
Swing over.
I
got long legs.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's all 7. Oh, that's all 14 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You guys only managed to move one. That should be
Good call. 8.
I was gonna say it is 5:15. If you guys wanted, before we started combat, we'll like you guys really good bio break.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
If you guys
So-
wanted to.
With that, we're going to get ready and take a quick bio break a little bit early so that we can get all this set up, and that way we're not like having to rush it and do all that. And in the end, we'll see who comes out, the Myconids or our party, or the townsfolk in mass.
on guard.
Are you saying this might be TPK night?
It could be. I have not ruled it out.
Oh, fun.
I got pretty splurry pimples.
That would be hilarious. I'd have to delete the character I just drew up.
That's, yeah.
It's okay, I would absolutely draw you another character. No, I don't have the ability to.
You sit down, tilting your arm up to your head.
It's a water skin.
Right?
Yeah, because that's all the water I can have. Otherwise, it creates.
Yes.
I take sugar balls.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, that makes me like the drink. That's a little lighter.
I was thinking the same.
It's got bubbles.
That's what I was thinking. You can get those ones from Dollar Tree that you use for the little light up fucking stands. Those wanting things. Would you like one?
How do you hold it?
Alright.
If you start, let me and that's okay. Because we don't want people to push themselves to make themselves feel
Yeah, the problem is I
You were expecting some savory.
is not eating everything.
How many did Liz give you?
6.
Hey, well. 6 more to go.
If we can keep myself.
Mom's husband, Mervin, just gave me 2 pounds of lavender. Not a problem. I'll give it to you. But yeah, this is the lavender he gave me. Yeah, this is like a sweetie.
They just can't so good like you. As you guys can tell, this will be
This looks like it's gonna be fun.
Here's exactly what the is going to be. Here's the Liz's marker. Here's the
That's mine.
I believe
It's yours.
It's mine, Calora.
Cool.
Calora's one thing. Myconids.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we're going to you. That one in up front because these 20 are saved for some reason.
since it's over there beside the DMU. Doesn't matter where.
Got that. They're all set.
I said you do look like you're feeling pretty rough. Would you like some hot tea or something?
I have ginger candies.
I don't know what I can and can't have right now because like even water is really listening now. It's just plain water, tap water. It's part of my ear. It's my ear. So it's like once I get sick, like with the bug, like what we had, I stay sick because my body just continually produces stomach acid and just makes me sick. It's not your fault.
Alright, I have a weird question. What are your ginger candies?
Helped Liz the other night.
It's the same, yeah.
I'm saying, is it like actual ginger candy?
It's yeah. Fresh ginger. Ingredients: cane sugar, organic ginger, tapioca starch.
Right on. Didn't have thought that on the choice.
Yeah, tapioca starch will also be preferred.
I went to Maryland and I was going to try and find ginger beer, and I fucking love anything that has ginger.
So what if I help me turn these coins and make sure I didn't miss any?
All of them?
Anything that is not anything that is not 5, 4, 3, or 2.
Can I do all these 12s and stuff?
Yep. Let me find out because I never heard of the
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So,
Unless we TPK.
unless you don't.
Unless we TPK.
Did you die?
My wife's cat says I have to attack.
I was trying to make sure everything counts right. That's actually the one. We'll put that one. I will allow the door to position themselves.
I did get the other one to hold. I told her that Sam Ringley used to play on the
Nice.
Okay,
battle, I'm going to put my mask down.
Okay. That's not
Yeah, I know. I figured that just shooting the pebbles right now, casting, magic stone.
Is that on what level is that?
Magic stone.
Is it cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, so you can actually
Yeah. So I figured we could do cantrip. I was casting.
Action surges once per shot, right? Or is it once per turn?
Action surge once per
That's why I wanted to make sure what the limit was on that. And actually, this is because I did some thinking after the brief conversation about Arc. At level 3, I am going to take Master.
Okay.
So this combat will definitely help with that.
I already have an idea as to what I'm going to go for every time. Whenever I'm going to actually fight, I'm going to put my mask down.
Oh, that's the other thing. You may position yourself anywhere behind that dotted line in this direction.
Where's the other one? Oh, I
Yep. Figure out where you're at.
Are the ones that failed their constitution checks?
What they are.
I just figured that.
No, you've got. There are no more who have failed their constitution. Those guys are just.
It is large bag, but it is 2 things.
Is large green
So-
and very low. Great as well as
Where you'd still have a line of sight, basically.
Is that within my?
You can hit this wherever there isn't something in the way, like fallen logs or tree branches or bushes, so that if you have a line of sight, you have a line of sight.
I don't know.
actually need line of sight for.
That's probably something that will the mask itself.
Okay, right there on the line.
I use the 4 button to show the direction I'm facing. But that's how I do it.
And whatever works. People know what direction they're facing.
I find that if I pick a number, then I'm always consistent. For you, that's a 3 right now.
Sugar bubbles.
I do not, but thank you.
These 8 right here are alternating towards there who heard that one person. Yeah.
Is he dead already?
Yeah, they heard a purple.
Probably want to hurry up.
That way they'll have somebody snag on. My great grandmother was
When I get
Denver does all that stuff.
But ADHD doesn't say you don't have time for such things.
You're in low light, so your visibility is limited to about 30 feet. So, versus inches. Okay, so you still have about 60 feet of vision. Or whatever your range is. Yeah. It's enough that you can see your range, basically.
I'm curious if you do observation here.
Yeah.
My dad bought me a flat. So like on average a can is about 4 or 5 hours when you can find them. But there's
That's all information that you just know. I don't even have to have you roll for that.
Right. Or it's really be paying attention to precisely that.
Yeah, I was paying attention to this. Okay. This is what you can just copy. No. You'll want to get to.
No, as a fellow stomach pain person, no.
Oh,
When you are better, I will bring you some. Like, let the ginger tapioca settle your stomach so that you can. I have more if you have munchies now.
that was your later?
It is.
A good line. Good out.
We used to be summoned, so
How'd you get back?
Where'd you?
I bought it at
the mini pet mart on 6th says them too.
Yeah, it's like,
They're pretty patterns too.
Oh yeah, they've been advertising it for a while. The guy came into the shop trying to wholesale those to us from Mick. And I was ordering off of Amazon. He was trying to wholesale them to us, and the owner wouldn't go for it when I was at Chad's.
That's too bad because they're very good for bones and so forth.
Yeah, and he's like, they're gonna be advertised on the Enlightened TV, so.
Right back where it goes every two.
Let's rerun that protein. Is that a preference or is it just what you have right now?
It's a preference. It's just easier because I'm not always constantly buying these things.
Is it an auto light or do you have to wait? So,
You just turn it on and then click the ignite.
the reason why that's is I'm trying to open idea. Some of the cars, but I'm professional coach.
It's like I used to have one, but it kept going out. It's like I do use them every once in a while. Like I use them so
I got you. So, purple.
easier.
That's it.
Three-minute countdown. Because it's been 8 minutes since time was mentioned.
That video.
You got like 4 minutes in Okay. Yes, she's been at least well behaved about one thing. The second one, all the dice on the table, she got the hell That's gonna be like, actually, she's
Will you do me a favor? Before we get started, I can recall it. In the door of the
Yeah.
In the warmest spot.
We're gonna slaughter some villagers now. Well, some people are gonna slaughter some villagers. At least one person doesn't want to kill them all.
We have
Yeah,
to.
but we're hiding in the bushes.
By the way, and
I
before
know
we
the
get
bushes for a
started,
reason.
could you do me a favor and roll a flat constitution check, no bonuses?
The tactical advantage.
So flat 20, no bonus.
Like, it's still just.
That would be a 7.
You don't need to have a conversation.
Actually, I'll never pull out my
Can I actually have more than one packed weapon?
According to D&D Beyond, Vitalia, yes, you can have one weapon as your hexblade weapon and a different weapon as your packed weapon.
Guys, do the same thing I do. Try to knock it out. I focus on my mobility. One of the reasons why I like I have really bad impulse disorder. So I act like impulsive, so I have to keep my emotions in check at practically 20%. The last time I had this bad impulse issue, I ended up turning into a guy in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Granted, he was a kid, and I kind of lost my head. The time before that, I was in my therapist's office, and I literally cleaned their inhibitor and their vein. So, I usually do it for like CBD or like a low grade, high trophic.
Yeah.
But I have to do it like a hybrid, like 50/50. Because indica, for whatever reason, actually triggers it more.
I can play that.
Cool.
That constitution check, and the reason it was unbonused is because it has nothing to do with your physical fortitude.
Really friendly THC students for you.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so are we ready? Yes.
Well, there's a pipe player in the movie.
And yes, we have to be ready because that is over.
Hello. Welcome back.
And that goes there. And that goes there. And we are back.
Yay!
Back to the insanity of it all. Where did my pencil go? There it is. Alright, so where we left off, everybody was just getting into the thick of it. We just rolled initiative, and now we have everything lined up. Please excuse me, I use dice for markers because I don't have miniatures yet. So, that being said, Wisp, you are first.
Hard only 4-player marker.
No, there's 5.
There's 5. The
Okay.
other one's back with the Myconid where Flora is.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you see the 3 rather well-dressed gentlemen in front of you, Kalora. They're holding bows. Well, they have what looks like light crossbows, like a hand crossbow type deal. And they have attached to them flaming bolts.
Alright.
And this is what's walking towards you in the Myconids at the moment. That being said, you are much further down the list, so we are going to start with the Wisp.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before the bio, I started to throw the 2 pebbles, so I guess I'm going to continue with the toss.
Okay, so you're going to throw 2 pebbles. You are where? Here?
Yeah, I'm right there.
So, which?
The pink die and the greenish white one would be the ones that are closest to me.
Cool. Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
Roll the first one to hit.
Alright.
You get no sneaky attacks for this.
Nat 20.
Nat 20? Okay, so the first one definitely hits.
Alright. Second one is 16.
Also hits. So roll for damage on each.
Alright.
These guys are special.
1 second. One does 9. The other one does 11.
Both of them drop as these 2 pebbles go flying out of nowhere and embed themselves very deeply in the chest cavity, seeming to bulge out the back a little bit as they hit. And they crumple to the ground lifeless and quite unmoving. And that brings us around.
To me?
Here. Not quite.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, one of the groups actually rolled high. The 2s. Oh wait, no, not the 2s, the 5s, which are here and here. So, watching his 2 friends right here drop, this guy
Alright.
gets a good look at him. He's wearing robes.
Alright.
And as he looks at you, at the second that you drop him, he turns and he does something with his hands, and 15 plus 5 on that, so 20, 30.
Okay.
So he hits you for 1d6. He hits for 1d6. And a bolt of fire comes flying out of his hand and smacks into your face, or into your chest piece.
Okay.
And you take 4 points of damage as he solidly lands a blow to you.
Alright.
Number 2, back here, also within range of a firebolt. You're in cover, and everybody else is just out of range for him. Is also going to swing on you
Alright.
with the same thing. Does an 18 hit?
Alright.
Does an 18 hit you?
Does 18 hit you?
Your armor class.
Is my armor class, is there anything
18
added
or-
to it?
Dexterity bonus.
I have an 18 of armor class over the dex.
Okay, he beats it, so he just gets you with that one.
Okay.
And you take another 5 to the chest from a separate person, and that ends their turn, and now it turns to Viridia. You just watch 2 firebolts come out of this group of rabble.
Because I do not want to waste my thunderous smite, I take a dash action to the nearest guy to me.
Here?
Yep.
So that's actually... that's within your movement, or close enough for government work.
Yeah.
So you can do that, and you still have your full action and bonus action.
And I hit that motherfucker with my quarterstaff as hard as I can.
Okay, he's a 1, so go ahead and swing to hit.
11.
Plus, I believe it's your.
Oh, with Shillelagh, it's my wisdom, so plus 3 is 14.
Oh, you definitely hit him.
Okay.
And as you roll for damage, whatever it is on a shillelagh.
Well, that turns my weapon into a 1d8, which a quarterstaff is anyway, but with the thunderous smite, I get to add 2d6. Oh, and the sound of cracking thunder can be heard within 300 feet, so everybody can hear a cracking sound of thunder.
I've always liked the rain, so thunder is a good noise.
10 points of damage.
As you bring down your staff across his collarbone, you watch as it bows to your staff and he crumples. And it seems like it goes a lot deeper than it should. You watch as a compound fracture forms, blood spurts from it, and he basically spits out his last bit of life.
Excellent. Just to let you know, I don't think I can do it this round, but as I come down with the staff, I'm going to bring my hand down, and I guess this will be my next turn actually, but I'm breaking the concentration on the Thunderous Smite, and I'm casting Entangle on the ground, turning it into difficult terrain.
Okay, so
For
that was,
everybody.
this guy is out.
But I think that's technically my next turn. I'm just kind of letting you know how that's going to play.
Okay. And that brings us to these three, who smile looking at the group around you. Kalora. And they look at a bird with a shield. Yeah. Look, poultry and mushrooms for dinner tonight, boys. And I'm sure that the cooks will love a little exotic cuisine. And then they raise their hand crossbows, and you watch as they ignite the bolts. And it's a weird smelling, almost alchemaic reagent in the way that it scents. And they fire the first off here to the left. I need to check on those guys and see what they're... Okay, I need this.
Is that Myconid within 5 feet of me?
No, it's actually about 15 feet away from you.
Okay.
I need to check. It hits it. And... That's what I thought. So that would be 1d6 plus 1d4 fire damage. You hear a shrieking, almost inaudible sound echo through the forest as this volume of fire explodes all over this Myconid. It sizzles, it pops, and kind of sounds like a hissing beetle. Something between that and an overly pressurized steam kettle. As it shrieks out through the forests, and all you can smell is burning chemicals, scorched wood, and you can hear screams that aren't even in the room. The second one fires away, misses, and hits the bushes, setting the forest on fire in a similar manner. So over in this area is now burning. And the third one fires right here. Yes, that is within 5 feet of you.
Cool. I'm lifting my shield, stepping to the side, and imposing disadvantage.
Okay. You actually can do that, I looked. It misses. Deflecting off of your shield and upward, a gout of flame seems to spray off for about 3 seconds and then dissipate into nothing. The heat from it has further singed your feathers, though, and all you can smell is burning feather, but no damage.
I can all survive. More singed feathers.
I rolled a 2 on the disadvantage, so nobody's getting hurt. I can't, not reasonably.
I can do that anytime a creature I can see attacks another creature within 5 feet of me.
1 reaction time per round. It's a reaction, so you get 1 per round.
Sure.
So that brings us that was all 3 of them. So that brings us now to these little guys who think they're something. And we're just gonna start here. And this one is charging at you with what you'd swear looks like they took a chair leg off. They're obviously wearing commoners' clothes. And they are literally just charging at you and swinging. As they swing past you, you see it coming, and you just basically bat it away with your staff.
With my staff, while I'm still
You just like
down here
it was so.
casting entangle.
You're pretty sure that they had about 6 or 7 nails too many before they made that swing.
Cool.
Like,
I don't suppose I could use a bonus action to just like tap him on the butt in mockery. I mean, I know I'm not a bard, but
well, it isn't going to have any effect, but for flavor, you're absolutely welcome to.
sure, cool.
You
As
dodge
he misses
it
and goes past me, I just tap him on the butt, but I'm still casting entangle down here.
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck is that? Nah, you bitch. And that brings us to this one, who has a very clear bead on you, Wiz.
Alright.
And is coming. This one seems to be carrying something resembling a fire poker.
Okay.
Nice.
It said club. It didn't say what it had to be. And as this one goes past you, it runs and it trips coming past you. You have not drawn your weapon yet, so you do not get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That's him running there. You're a 1. Who's this?
Me.
This one has been watching you, sees you covered in gore. You're dripping with it. You're hiding, so nobody knows where you're at yet. Alabaster. So, this one comes running up towards you, this time swinging something relatively, well, looks like a belaying pin that would be used to hold a stable gate shut inside.
Mm-hmm.
Or a dockhand's belaying pin. And I should put that guy in jail. He comes running at you. It's the glowy, sparkly one, keeps rolling 1s.
Ooh.
Definitely hard to confuse that.
That's
for
like the
anybody else's
third
eyes.
one in 4 rolls, and out of 5 rolls, the other 2 were 2s. It's going to jail.
Bad baby, bad baby, bad baby.
It'd be cool, but it might need to go to jail for that.
That's great for you guys, but
Sit in the drunk tank for the
I have to cheer for both sides here. So he trips going by, like totally stumbles, and is stumbling past you at a rate where, yes, you get an attack of opportunity.
Is he like stumbling, falling down really fast or slow? And how tall is he?
About a 5'9", 5'10" human, little portly build, carrying a billy club type belaying pin, like you'd expect, like you'd see it in a masted ship, something like that.
Okay, I ran him.
Roll a hit.
10 plus 15,
Oh, you hit. Roll for damage.
which is the 6.
Yep,
Yes.
6 plus 3.
Five total.
You slam into him, and he just because he was coming for you, and instead got the horns, so to speak. And he's still conscious and angry and there, but you are definitely within striking range, regardless. At this point, when your turn comes around, which would be actually now we come around to Kalora, sitting right next to this one. Actually, you would have positioned yourself here at this point.
Imposing in front of, so just...
And you're hearing clucking noises from the gentlemen with hand crossbows who have just tossed them to the side and drawn rapiers. And they're making notes about, I'm going to roast that chicken good and we'll have it
Kalora
with
isn't
sauteed
hearing any
mushrooms.
of this.
That's fair.
The smell of the tar and the fire and the heat and the creature that they care about very much in flame.
Roll a constitution, no bonuses.
Yep. That was a 1.
Okay, so in between what is reality and what you think is going on, you start seeing flashes of your family burning. You start seeing flashes, and suddenly it's the faces of your current friends in the fire. You start seeing all of these things as you look at these people who threw those crossbows and started those fires. And something just numbs you. Cold. Everything's clear and a little bit slow. And you can't seem to move fast enough for your own preference. No real bonuses, but it's all like you're reliving it in an overlay.
Mm-hmm. Kalora's pupils narrow far enough that Viridia would be able to see the yellow.
Okay.
And they're
Yeah,
going
you can.
to... That group right there is well within my movement.
Oh yeah. They're like 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm going to get within melee range, sword up. And I'm going to take a longsword attack on the first one and pop my action surge to go for the second one as well.
Okay.
That gives me 1 extra action at this level, right? Or 2. Brain is not braining.
It gives you 1 extra action.
Okay, so I am going to want to hit twice.
If you're dual wielding, you get 1 hit with each hand.
Am I rolling with advantage because of the state I'm in?
No.
Okay, so just 2. Okay, wouldn't have mattered either way. That's a 2 and a 3. Plus 5 would make it a
So you're moving to where?
7 and an 8. Right up in front of these guys.
So you move to right here.
Yep.
And swinging on him?
Yep, and these 2 are going straight to jail. I'm not playing.
Your first blow, he leans back and it moves out and it doesn't even touch him. The second, his rapier dances up your blade and knocks it away. The third, when your main hand comes again, he just stops it by hitting your wrist. And with the fourth, he knocks your hand with the bell of his rapier and, well, you just can't swing it for a second and you're forced to drop your hand because the weight of the sword hurts from the way he struck you on the wrist. And that's your turn. And that brings us to Azura, who has this person they just gored directly in front of them, and it is your turn. What you do?
I go into a rage because he didn't die from me ramming him.
Nice.
And pull my axe
Okay, you can definitely do that as a bonus action at this point. And are you attacking?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll to hit it.
The 9 plus, what is it? 9 plus 5? No, we're doing axe now. Yes, it's 9 plus 5. So that is 14.
It hits and roll for damage.
Okay, great axe is 1d12 plus 3. Yeah! It's a 5.
Say what?
2 plus 3 is 5.
As you bring your axe, you draw your axe over your shoulder in a fit of rage, and it comes down, hitting him squarely across the back as he's stumbling past you, and cuts him pretty much backside the brainstem as he falls to the ground, split open, and yeah. And you still have 30 feet of 35 feet of movement.
Good.
So where are you going from here?
The one with the white numbers on it.
Here?
No.
Here.
Yes.
Dead body.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. We'll call it there's about right. And that would be where you stop, as this person just watched you cut his homeboy stem to stern and go and is kind of shaken. And actually needs to make a constitution check. And he's good.
Not frightened.
18. He's good.
Definitely not frightened.
Gets no bonuses anyway, but he's sitting there, looks a little bit unnerved watching this, but holding on to what looks like a yet again, this one you're very sure is a tire iron, or a fire poker. As he's readying himself with the fire poker, this guy moves forward towards you. And swings with the... There is your thingy, you idiot. There you is. This one's actually swinging with what looks like a legitimate club wrapped with metal bands, the whole 9 yards. And he rolls a natural 1, and I'm just rolling really shitty tonight, apparently, when it comes to hurting players. So
We have protection from the dice.
he moves, but he just misses completely. His hand catching on these bushes behind him as he goes back to swing, and he's stuck like this for a second instead of being able to hit you. This one uses this time to move just to here. He gets himself right into position, and that one that was directly in front of you, that you had just hurt.
He's actually right behind me now.
Yeah, but the one that you had just hurt,
Mhm.
he heals for... He heals completely.
Okay.
You watch him kneel down, casting Cure Wounds.
Okay.
This guy. Because this one was still alive after you hit it, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I only did like 5 damage to him.
Yeah, he lived after you hit him. So this guy moves forward to about here. And casts Bless on him.
Okay.
Giving him a bonus 2 hit points and advantage.
Alrighty.
You hear him praying, saying something about God's bestow upon him your blessing, blah, 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 blah.
Actually, I didn't even do any damage. I missed.
So he moves forward and he blesses this person, and you watch as this almost divine light enshrouds them.
Okay.
And that brings us to you, Alabaster.
Okay, so I am kind of hiding in the bushes with my light crossbow drawn that I've
Yeah.
had out this whole time. And I just aim for the closest one that I can, and I try to shoot him right in the head.
You have a choice. Here and here. This guy is carrying a club, doesn't look like he's wearing armor, wearing plain clothes tunic. This one's wearing a lesser priest's robes. And just blessed him.
Go for the healers.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for the healer, the priest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the healer. Good call.
Yeah.
We aren't under the Geneva Convention.
And so I
The Geneva. Where's Geneva? Who's Geneva?
So I try to shoot him just right in the head.
You're going to try and shoot him in the head, eh? No, he's not gonna try and shoot you in the head. Okay, roll a hit.
You're our party's healer, not theirs.
$10.
Oh, you hit.
Bonus would be Dex, right?
Yeah, but you hit no matter what.
Yeah, either way, there's no bonus.
There's no bonus?
Nope.
Okay, so roll for damage. Yes,
And
a 10
damage.
just hits.
My damage would be...
To make this go a little faster, guys, a 10 just hits.
Isn't damage the piercing, 1d6 piercing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get them out, you will need them.
Apparently.
At least you know you're not going to lose your dice when they're in their case.
Right? 4.
4?
Plus.
He's got...
It's 1d6 piercing, so it's whatever. I think it's plus 2. Either way.
So it'd be a 6.
Yeah.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Yeah, because I believe it's plus 2. And I also have a plus 1 damage on all my next 10 strikes, so that'd make it 7.
Alright.
That sucks for him. So, that bolt slams into him and it seems to do some major damage. You didn't hit him in the head, but you did manage to put it through here and out his back. At a rather rough angle, it looks like it would kind of hurt to move just about anything. Just saying. On the arm that was swinging the mace and he drops it in pain. Let's see, does he get a bonus to those? Because if he
Hell
doesn't,
yeah,
he's
you
fucked.
marked the healer.
Oh, it's worse than that. No, he's still alive. He's still standing. The shock didn't kill him. And do you want to take a movement from here?
Well, they'll probably already know that I'm there, so I just want to move as far as I can, closer to them.
So you can get to anywhere along this line.
Let's go just straight in front.
Like to here?
Yeah.
You said there's a boulder right there you could hide behind if you wanted.
Yeah, but I want to have fun with my greatsword, so...
So, are you going to ready your weapon as you're
Yeah,
charging
as
forward?
I'm moving forward, I put away my light crossbow and I pull out my greatsword.
Alright, perfect. Alright, and that brings us back to the top of the list and Liz.
Yeah.
So, you are now
This is round
sitting...
three, correct?
Say what?
This
No.
is round 3?
Round
2?
2.
2.
Yeah, round 2.
Just say we just got done with the first one because I just made my first turn.
Oh, okay.
So, around to you, you have this guy standing right in front of you. He's got a mild glow to him and seems to put off an air of almost holiness now for some strange reason.
Okay. How far is the priest or whatever to that guy?
About 15 feet.
About 15 feet.
He's within range of anything if you want to move to him. Though moving past that commoner is going to give them attack of opportunity. And I did jail the friendly die.
Unfortunately, that one's not going to do what I wanted it to. That kind of sucks. Let's see.
And yes, those guys really were supposed to be that squishy. I don't blame you for putting that die in jail.
I put both of them because I took 2 good swings and it was a 2 and a 3, so they're going straight to jail.
I
If it was
think
7 or better, I would have been fine with it.
I'm going to cast. Oh, actually, I figure at this point, Wisp is probably like, well, it's time to get serious. So he pulls down the skull across his face, and you just kind of see like this bluish glow of runes glowing across the skull. I think I'm going to go ahead and cast. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and pull out. I'll say I'll pull out my pack blade.
Okay, so that actually works as a bonus action, so you'll still be able to attack.
Okay.
But as you reach out your hand, why don't you tell people, anybody who's with, well, nope, nobody be able to really, no, they'd see that come out of nowhere into your hand.
Okay.
So what what does this weapon of yours look like?
The pack blade looks similar to a scimitar. It's probably about like a good 3.5, 4 feet long. Bright, shimmering, bluish. I want to say like a bluish silver steel. That has little ravens going along the blade, the whole way up the edge of the blade. Along the actual back half of the blade, you'll see like raven's claws, kind of looking like it's grabbing the blade, and then it would be like the head of a raven, and then another set of claws on the other side, kind of like it would have the image of like a raven perched on the edge of the blade, just kind of peering over the edge down across the sharper part of the blade, and it's got like this blackish kind of blue glowy mist, just kind of aura coming off of it, like a smoky aura.
All right, and as this comes to your hand, you feel that connection with your patron. That feeling that you had that first time that this thing ended up in your hand. With all familiarity, what do you do?
Well, at this point, because I've used my blade, or brought out my blade, my fur is gonna have like this bluish, shimmery glow, almost like I would say like tattoos along my fur, little lines, different patterns across my fur start to glow like a light blue shimmer, and then. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and cast, I just had it a second ago, I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar. It's an instant.
Okay. What's it do?
It is batter all creatures in a 10 foot of self, strength save on fail. Target takes 2d6 necro damage and can't react.
So... Got it. So how does that look coming out of the ground?
I'm gonna make it to where it basically looks like reddish like demon hands almost coming up out of the ground, like big like demon devil looking hands with the claws and the pulsating fat fingers. and they're coming out of like a greenish glow mist on the ground that has a black aura around it.
Nice. And what is your strength? Because that just happens and it's a save, so I need to figure out whether or not.
It says if they do save, they take half damage with no effect.
Yeah, but I need to know what your spellcasting save is.
Um,
I don't get bonus.
my strength spellcast
No.
save.
No.
No.
I need to know what this your
I
spell
don't know what
save
you're
is.
going for. My spell save, I believe, is charisma.
No, it's charisma plus 8 plus something. Plus your level, I think it is. Or your it's plus your yeah. Plus your proficiency bonus. So 8 plus that's 10 plus 4 is 14. Got it.
Okay. Glad you know, cause.
First one, nope. Second one, hell no. So go ahead and roll for damage. 2d6.
Yeah. Can I borrow a d6?
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 plus my charisma. I'm looking at 10.
10.
Yeah, 10 damage. 10 damage necro.
These two that was gross. Just gross. They were basically bludgeoned to death by large arms and hands coming up out of the ground and beat them into the dirt.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, gross. And you still have movement if you wanted.
I think at this time I'm going to move closer to the barb, the satyr.
Okay, so you're gonna go how much closer?
I'm gonna say within probably like 5 feet.
So right about here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Where?
Like right there.
Okay.
That
cool.
way I'm close between the satyr and the druid.
Cool. And now it is their turns, all three of them. So, seeing you coming with the great sword, Alabaster, this guy right here hauls back, hurls a firebolt at you, and I guarantee you it missed. I rolled a 2. It goes flying past your shoulder as he sees you and looks terrified, realizing there was more people here than he thought. And that this is definitely not how they saw this going on. You hear, why? Why would you save mushrooms? They're food and components. He's close enough to pretty much everybody, everybody, that you can hear this. And that's his turn. This one is going to continue, is going to fire at you because it's been watching you kill people at this point. With the same firebolt. This one 20'd it. So
Ooh.
you catch the firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
And take 6 points of damage as a blast of fire collides with your chest and singes your fur off.
Ooh.
Not even funny.
Okay.
That's him. And now for this one. This one, Miss Viridia. Actually, no. This one would actually be going for you, Wisp, after what they just saw you do to. It's a 5, so yeah. After what it just saw you do to 2 people.
Okay.
So it fires off a firebolt at you. Does a
21 to 20.
Actually, let me check something and see if he gets a bonus to that.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 21 hit? Yes. 21 hits your armor class?
Yeah, I believe my armor class, we figured out was an 18, so
Or
yeah.
16. Yeah, so, yeah, that hits. Good. So that's a.
Yeah, 16 plus my bonus.
The bonus is included in that.
You had told him to add it the first round, that's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got confused.
Ah.
Okay, so Yeah, that definitely hits you, and you see a ball of fire come towards you, and it glances your shoulder. Seems like they were aiming for your sword.
Really? Again?
Yeah, your fur's been burnt off that shoulder now.
Yeah. Not a happy camper.
Now it comes to you, Ms. Viridia.
So I believe this is my turn unless I have a bonus action, but I couldn't tell whether I did or not.
You also have a move action regardless, though it would invoke an attack of opportunity at this point.
A move action.
You can move up to 30 feet every turn. It does invoke an attack of opportunity to do so from anybody that's within 5 feet of you. So right up on you would be one person.
Okay.
But you can move. And you do get one attack.
Well, I'm still just casting Entangle then. That's my action.
You're going to cast Entangle on...
The entire area, 90 feet of this just became difficult terrain and everybody will have to roll a strength check.
including the party.
Yeah, against my spell save, my
So that's the whole
spell
thing.
difficulty, which is, hold on, I have that written down. It's to 15.
Okay, so
Check or save?
Spell save DC.
No, a strength
Yeah,
check or
it's a save.
Oh, it's a save.
Cool, 27.
You're good. This one, this group, that would be. They don't get bonus to it. No,
I got a nat 20 plus whatever the heck my
no,
It's-
you're good.
You're good.
25.
Yeah,
This
25.
one.
I count nat 20s as nat
Yeah.
20s. End of story.
So I got a 3.
So you are currently entangled.
And rooted to the spot.
Yay.
Sorry.
I got
Well, at least you're rooted to the spot someplace where you can hit somebody. Basically, it makes it so that your movement's halved. You can go 15 feet versus 30 every round.
Yeah, you can move, you just can't move fast. Can't move at your normal speed.
I got an 18.
You're good. You cleared the 15 difficulty. I need to go down through these. They're good. Those guys. Wow. All them years on the farm did good for those couple of commoners that are still alive. They nat 20 theirs. The gods. Cards, they get. No, they are slow. And yeah, they failed too. Pretty much all of the people in this area, except for this guy, and this guy, and this guy, have trouble moving now, as vines hook them to the ground. Those. They're fine. They're fine, actually.
All my guys are fine.
And the Myconids are not rooted to the ground.
Yeah. Not even sure it would have affected the mic all that much. I was not sure.
No, it affects them too. They have legs. So, is that being the case? Yes, that is your turn. Do you want to move now that they are basically entangled so they lose the attack of opportunity?
Yes, I do.
Where? Just keep in mind that if you
Sherry,
said
sorry, you're fine.
if you step on, just keep in mind that if you step on your own entanglement zone, you have to make the same strength save. Oh wait, no, that's right.
No, I
It doesn't affect the caster.
Are any of them in robes? Who's left in robes?
This one is in a robe. This one is in a robe. This one is in a robe. This one is in a robe.
I'm going to dash that way.
How far do you want to go? Because you got 30 feet and that was only 10. Or 15. I'm sorry. that
I'll
was-
stay right there. I'm putting distance between me and all the enemies surrounding me.
Okay. Now, to the 3 men with crossbows who drew rapiers. Looking at a bird. Skewered squab it is, says the first one. Dirty 20?
It hits. Just barely, but it hits.
4.
4? Okay.
He only gets 1 per round, but the second one misses. And the third moves around to here. And 15.
Moving around me, does that give me an attack of opportunity as a
No.
bonus action?
You're engaged here.
As a reaction? Alright.
This one moves here, you're engaged here. One moves here and one moves here. You know that they're there, but it'll work. 15?
Doesn't hit.
So this first one comes from the front of you and it hits you, and he hits you solid and makes a score to your thigh with the tip of his rapier, the one who's been making all the cocky remarks, to be exact.
He doesn't even get a squawk out of me.
The second one comes in with his, and you watch as the blade, and your arm comes up by instinct alone, deflecting it. And as the third comes in, the way that you've managed to position yourself, it glances off of your armor as you settle back in. And we move on, and that ends their actions for the...
They're in alphabetical order, not by class.
Now, we go to them. So, first one actually did not miss their save, so they're going to take a swing at you, Alabaster, with, a fire poker. 14.
Barely.
Barely hits you. Okay, so it's a 1d4. The fire poker hits you, and it hurt. You really did feel it. I mean, like, but it kind of pings off of your armor, so to speak. It's like you take 1 point of damage. It just... It felt kind of like a 6-year-old hit you. With a fire poker. Without armor on.
I just smile and laugh as he's standing there looking at me.
This one goes after you, Azura. And Nat one's that crap. And just kind of, in his swing, catches the haft of your axe and vibrates his hand, and it drops his mace.
The one that is the white die?
The white.
Okay.
Or the one, yeah. The one with the one. And this one is going to follow the druid that just ran behind it, because you're just close enough that he can catch up. I have to make sure the right number's up so I don't lose track. And he's going to swing at you from behind with his little clubby thingy.
Okay.
And miss utterly. You feel something tap off of the leather back plate to your shoulder, or shoulder plate to your armor.
Can I reach back with my quarterstaff, which is a versatile weapon, and just tap him on the back of the head without doing any damage as a reaction?
Sure.
I'm just gonna tap him on the back of the head. That's twice. And then that's twice.
Trying to be forgiving, are we?
Mostly I'm having fun with it and mocking him, but sure.
Maybe having a little bit of sympathy for your paladin friend. Who did kind of plead not to murder them outright.
And that brings us to you, Kalora. And the 3 men with rapiers dancing around you.
Being that I am in the middle of a PTSD attack, I'm going to spin, taking my longsword attack at the one that just got between me and the mushrooms.
Roll to hit.
I do picture it as like wings and steel twisting in the air. And that is a 24 to hit.
Oh, it hits all right. Roll for damage.
That would be a 5.
Use that one. So it comes down across him, and you get him with a solid gash with your hit. And that's your one-hand weapon, but you were going dual wielding, correct?
Not currently. I'm holding my shield so I can impose disadvantage if needed when I'm closer to the mushrooms. And I am
Okay.
going to use my movement to disengage and back up.
Okay, so you're moving to where? You're here.
Between him and the mushrooms, so I'm within 5 feet of a mushroom.
Okay. So you're within 5 feet of the mushroom. Got it. That puts you there. You did get your hit off. Roll for damage. Or you said you rolled damage. He gets a major gash and just kind of and winces back.
Did he take more than half of his hit points? On 5 hit points?
Just barely. And he falls unconscious as a result of it. He's still there. He's bleeding, but he's not. He has a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
But for all intents and purposes, so I'm going to leave him here.
Yep.
And change him to a 7 so that I know he's not. He's incapacitated. He's not dead. And
I do kind of like not having magic. It's fun.
Azura, now it's your turn.
Okay.
Both of them have taken a swing at you. Which one you want to go for? The one in the robes or the one in a tunic and breeches?
The one in the robes with his weapon still stuck in a bush.
Okay, he's right here.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll to hit. Wait, do you get 2 attacks as a barbarian in a range?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So go ahead and swing. These good attacks.
9.
Plus your plus
4 plus 5 is 9.
So, he manages to get it loose at just the last second and bats your axe downward into the dirt away from him. It doesn't hinder your anything, but you miss him just barely. And he just and in retaliation comes up with his mace, trying to swing at you. 13. What does he get for his mace? Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Alright. And it comes up, and you lean back just in time to see the head of his club go past your chin. And then we move on to the next one, which would be right here. They are going to be right there, and I am going to look something up as I figure out where my player's handbook went.
Down. I used the one that she had.
No, the DM's cat was on it. Okay, so it is. I was trying to remember what the name of this spell was so I could look it up. I had spaced for a second.
It happens from time to time. Meow.
Okay,
Meow.
so
Meow.
This one. Oh wait, no, we were at this one. That one swung. We moved to this one, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one you just moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He looks at you, Viridian, knowing what you just did, and that he's stuck where he is because of you. And you watch as a holy light surrounds him, starting to flick like flames off of his hands, and I need you to make a dex save.
Excellent. Dexterity. Let's use my AD dice for dexterity. Ah! No! Ew. No. $16 plus my dex save bonus.
You're good.
Plus 2, yeah.
18.
18. So you watch as the flames lick off of his fingers, and you manage to get out of the way and only take part of the damage, taking 2 points of damage as a sacred flame bursts forth from their hand and strikes you.
Okay.
You, by the way, Alabaster, recognize this as being a spell from the priesthood, being a paladin. So you're now watching as holy things are happening. It's just been one of those days.
If we're not throwing things occasionally, we aren't by the dice.
Right?
Let the dice hit the floor.
There's one.
And is there another one of those alive still? No, the other one has died. Oh, that is so sad. That ends their turn.
You're all good.
And that brings us to you, Alabaster. As you just watched what you would assume is a priest.
Yeah, you're lazy and hungry, woman.
If you're facing this way, you would have seen that holy flame go off and graze Viridia.
Yeah.
And you all are childhood friends. Actually, that would have blazed past everybody who was within eyeshot. That would have created a very bright light. You didn't get anything to see from it. There's a tree in the way.
There's a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Don't judge me.
No, I thought it was the mouth of the cave.
No, that's up here.
Okay.
So I have my great sword drawn, and I just tack the closest guy to me, which I think is
Yep.
that one there.
So go ahead and roll the hit.
Actually, the irony is, if you look at it from that side, it looks like the shark's brain with paper.
14
This is round 2.
plus my
Correct.
dex, right?
It's about 13 plus strength.
Plus strength.
He marks
16.
an each round.
It hits.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for damage. I think it's 1d12 plus your strength.
1d12.
Or is it 1d10 or 1d12? Or what is it for a greatsword?
I thought it was.
Or is it a 2d6?
I thought it was
I don't have
2d6.
great swords, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's 2d6 on a greatsword, so go for it.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus my strength. 9 plus 2 is 11.
Noise.
And you cleave him in half.
You go, boy.
Round 3.
And the paladin's like,
Everybody
don't tell
gets to make
everybody.
another strength save against the entangle effect.
Thank you. Yeah, so everybody makes a strength save. Yay.
19.
You're good.
15 plus my stuff, so I'm good.
Yep, we've
15
done
plus
30, 20.
2 is 17.
Nat 20.
Nice.
The nobles are stuck.
My dice are being nice to me tonight.
Mine are off and on.
The commoners are now stuck.
The ones that weren't nice to me are in jail.
2 that are still alive.
It's like they're being nice to me.
Are stuck. The acolytes got themselves free. And the wizards got themselves free. How is everyone holding up? Alright. Okay. And yeah, that brings us to the top of the list in Wisdom.
Yeah. Alright. The last round, the one guy hit me, correct? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Caught the side of my arm, a little bit of fire.
Yeah, that would have been this one.
Yeah. He's still within range. How far away?
About 20 feet.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and, kind of like, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke, so I'm going to point my finger at him and be like, "You!
Ooh.
Die!" and cast Hellish Rebuke. In which case, like, on a success, flames will surround him.
So roll the hit.
Alright.
Don't give it away if you don't manage it.
Okay. 19 plus,
Oh, that hits.
23.
That hits.
Now describe it.
That hits really well.
So now it's gonna be like, I'm gonna say like purplish and greenish colored flames just kind of like come up and around him and just start surrounding the character. I'm gonna make it to where like they just start to like spiral, you know, like spin almost like a tornado around this character.
Roll it.
Yep. Did they get a save or no?
Yes, they have a dex to save.
No.
Alright, so it would be,
Just tell me how much you killed them.
can I use another 6?
You can grab one off of mine.
Ooh, that is gonna be pretty. It goes off of my Chris. So we're looking at 12.
And that's shit. Hellish Rebuke's a bonus action.
Mhm.
Or it can be used as a bonus action or reaction.
It's,
So
it's
the
my cantrip.
Yeah. So as it hits, you watch as the flames turn them to smoldering ash that continues to keep little flickers of green and purple for about the next 3 minutes from the amount of heat that was involved in what it did to their bones to
Okay.
make them burn that color. But they're quite dead.
Sweet.
Quite dead.
Since I have my sword out, I figure I should still have a movement and then an attack. How many people? There's 2 around the bar. There's 3 around the druid. The druid should be fine. Well, actually, the barb should be fine. I'm gonna move towards the druid. I actually want to move towards that pink dot, please.
You want to move towards here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
There's fine.
And then you still have an attack action if you want it.
How many? There's 2 of them right there, right? Are they within like 5 feet of each other?
These 2, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna be fun. If it works. Let me find. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna roll for my lightning clash. It's an instant.
Yeah.
23.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
That hits. That hits him. What does it do?
So what Lightning Clash does is one hit, target takes 2d6 electricity damage, and then it arcs to the next person within 5 feet and does a 1d6.
Okay.
So I need another. Use it. D6 again. Alright, so before I do my damage, I'm gonna look at these people, these two guys, and I'm gonna say, "Taste my lightning, fuckers!" And I do 10 for the one. And then the next one I do 7.
I'd at least be seeing the flashes of lightning behind the tree, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust that our guys have got us.
Oh yeah.
I do love that the Myconids have not had to move yet.
They're guarding their
Midnight.
entrance. They won't. You're doing fine. They're intelligent.
Mhm.
And this goes fizzle fizzle pop and dies.
Alright.
A very horrific death.
The other one should be at least.
You hear lightning crackling directly behind you, Viridia, as you hear him scream out like that. And this one has bits arcing off of the bits of metal hanging from their robes. And there are 2 people who are in this group that have not moved yet. And they're both holding spears. They seem to be kind of hanging back and watching and taking note of faces. But this one is still up.
Not by a lot. 7 damage has a good effect.
And this brings us to the wizard. There are still 2. And both of them, you have their attention. You created a bright flash of lightning and killed 2 people. Including one of their own. Fred! No! You bloody bastard! Out of 1.
I look at it as you want to play. I'm good at playing. Let's do this.
I totally get that, but does a 15 hit you?
15? No, it does not.
So, you see a firebolt from here go between the 2 of you, quite literally. Like, between the 3 feet of space that would be between you at those angles, it passes between you.
Okay.
You feel the heat off of that one, so to speak. And this one is going this direction. And I know a 14 does not hit you, and they miss as well. And you feel, and you see it go past one of their friends and them, and they're just kind of freaked out watching this go down.
Does that bring it to me yet?
That brings it directly to you.
Excellent. I'm casting Thorn Whip, which allows me to drag somebody 30 feet. So I am going to casting Thorn Whip at this guy, and I'm just gonna fling him into this guy.
Okay. First I need you to roll for the Thorn Whip.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Hey man, at this point it's fucking.
Well, if you grappled it, and it's basically an extension of your body. Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit with your Thorn Whip. Roll that again.
$15.
Oh, that hits. Okay, now go ahead and roll a strength check. This is an opposed roll.
Strength check.
Yeah, you're flinging him, and then I'm going to have you roll the hit again to see whether or not you hit the other guy in the process of your action.
Okay.
Is it higher than a 2?
It's a 10.
Okay, you're fine. They go. This one goes
Well, 10 plus my
flying
bonus.
this direction. They weigh. Well, they're a mage, so we'll say they weigh like. We'll say that they weigh like maybe 125 pounds. They're a scrawny little thing.
Okay.
Well, he's a scrawny little dude. And so, yeah, I need you to roll the hit. See whether or not you actually hit the other dude with him.
Okay.
The mechanics of hitting a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah.
13.
You hit another motherfucker with another motherfucker. He goes flying through there. Okay, now I need you to roll 3d8 for the size of the object you just smacked somebody with.
Is that
They are a 95-pound
okay? So
blunt
the thorn whip
object.
does a D8.
You don't get to hit. The D8 does not hit here. You flung them, and in order to fling somebody
Oh.
with a whip, you disengage it.
We'll do the thing, and then I'm
No,
going
it
to ask if I
still
get.
hits for damage for the first guy hit. It'll only hit that guy though.
Yeah,
so,
so
is it
But
3d8
if they
to
go
hit the
poof,
first guy
it
for,
doesn't
or 1d8 to
matter,
hit the
that's
first
what I
guy for damage, and then 3d8 for the damage of them colliding, right?
yeah, because of the size and mass of the individual who just collided with them. You ever
So
been hit with 120 pounds of what the hell going at velocities off of a catapult?
when
Does
I
getting kicked in the chest
when-
by a horse count?
when I hit the first guy, when I hit the green guy,
Yeah.
that did 8 points of damage right there to him,
Oh, lovely.
and then
Sucks to be him. Well, he went lifeless, and you're basically flinging a dead body at the other one. So all the better.
oh wow, that's gonna be 15. 9. What?
15 and 4 is 19.
Oh, is that a 4? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was 1. Yeah, 19. 19 points of damage.
Okay, so Azura,
Yeah.
here is what you see from your point of view, because it's the best way I'm going to describe how this goes down. This druid makes a whip of thorns out of a bramble they snatch up basically out of the bush, and as they swing it out, it wraps around this person in robes, and they fling them with enough force that it snaps their spine. In the process, bending them like that, turning them into a kind of like a paper wasp made out of meat sack. And they go flying towards this guy directly in front of you that took that swing at you that just irritated the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as their belly button kind of bends itself around this person's head, and they now have a torso wrapped around their face. Not via butthole, via belly button. And the pelvis takes the head off as they fly past you and smash into a tree and die somewhere actually over here, with this person crumpling at your feet. And you're not quite sure if you'll ever be able to unsee that.
Great job, Druid. Thanks for the memories.
You're not sure if you'll ever be able to unsee that either because you watched it happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you were anticipating.
I'm just gonna sit over here and be like,
That is my entire turn.
That is amazing.
I'm a hex player.
Does
after all.
the
It's only
other-
natural if I laugh.
Does the robe one react
Oh wait,
or
I still get a
move
move.
as a result of the whipping?
What? This one's dead.
That one's dead, but there's the dude in robes next to him. Does he move or react?
Oh, he's gonna react. Actually, he has a constitution save because he watched that shit go down too, and he loses his cookies all over your shoes.
Ooh, he's prone.
He's prone and puking.
Attack.
You get an attack of opportunity on that, yes.
Yay!
Since he's prone, do they get advantage?
Oh yeah.
So roll 2d20.
Cool.
You just really don't care and are all down for the gore, and you're actually immune to those effects as a barbarian.
Isn't the
Okay.
green guy also dead too?
Yes.
Yes, he's corpse.
Yeah, I was just indicating where the corpse was.
Yeah.
17 plus 5
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
for attacking.
Oh yeah, that hits. Poor guy.
Okay, so 1d12.
It's one that looks kind of like a d20, but
I know. Nope, we're only getting caught. Mm-hmm.
I want to see how this goes. This is gonna be funny.
No, that was, well, fine. No, that was not a roll. It fell out of my hand.
What was it?
It was
It
a
was a
7.
Just take it.
You have to
Okay.
take it.
7 plus 5. Don't try to roll high, just own what you
7
get.
plus 3 is a 10 damage.
Yeah. That's why I say that, because it doesn't matter. So your axe comes up as they go down and start barfing, and you very kindly evacuate their head from their shoulders as their lunch comes out of their esophagus and continues to fall onto their shoes because it is a reflex
Hooves.
reaction. Onto your hooves, correct. So there's kind of, there's blood, it kind of looks like a gore show there.
Oh,
You're standing in a puddle of it. Somebody could not hit the nitro burning funny bone. We're just gonna put it there.
Blood in chunks on your hooves.
And that's
Can I step on his head as my bonus action?
sure.
Thank you.
I love this.
It goes squish.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, did I have to think about that? And that brings us back up to these We the Three Morons.
Is corpse now.
Oh yeah, is corpse now. Really interesting. We'll figure it out.
This is looking to be a much fairer fight.
Yeah. That's why I made these guys, their numbers so large so that it at least hurt you. Alrighty.
We
So,
did deal with those dire wolves pretty well.
I don't underestimate you guys, I ain't dumb. Alright. That one's incapacitated, so they aren't going to act this turn unless they can make a Constitution save. And they 20 it. They wake up, and that's their action. They're back to being a 2. They're conscious, but they ain't doing hot. At all. And the other 2 are actually going to charge you, having seen you do that. So they're going to come up here and up here. First one swings 18, 21.
That hits. My AC is an 18.
You take 6 points as one stabs in and wedges it firmly between the 2 into a chink in your scale mail,
Okay.
and just reposts properly. The second one misses and glances because you aren't fooled by the same thing. You're able to actually parry it the second time. The second one in, that covers them. The ones are dead, so they don't get a turn. And that brings us to Kalora.
Don't I get an attack of opportunity mid? They moved up to me. I had
Nope.
disengaged.
Nope.
Okay.
You just don't provoke an attack of opportunity using a disengage action.
Okay. But it is my turn.
Yes. It is your turn and you have 2 bodies right close to you.
Alright. I am going to swing my longsword in that mentality of, you're a little too fucking close. And that one on the far side by the mushrooms, I'm going to swing my longsword at.
This
Again,
one?
feathers and steel.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a net 1.
You'll miss.
I'm gonna take my action surge and come back.
I'm a pretty bad
Okay.
roller.
Good luck.
That, however, is a 21.
Oh, that hits.
That is where you need your action surge at.
Yeah, it's pointless for me to use parry on that, so I'm not.
So that is 7 points of slashing damage.
That one would be... They're good. They wince back, grasping at themselves as you slash across their chest, and it cuts through the breastplate. Apparently, it was poorly made, and they must have pissed off the blacksmith. At least that would be your assessment. And they're staggered back, and they're looking rough, but they're still breathing.
Alright.
And that would be your set of. You have movement still if you want to take it, but yeah.
No, I want to take my bonus action to pull my whip down with my shield hand.
Okay. No problem. And that brings us to Azura.
Mhm.
You have this guy. They're holding spears and relatively reasonably armored. This one wearing robes and this one wearing robes.
The last one you touched.
This one?
Yeah.
Going at him?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to there.
Yeah. And I swing with my great axe.
Okay, go for it. Roll a hit.
7.
Total.
Yeah.
It comes down towards them, and they somehow see it coming and just kind of back and away. More dice for the jail.
Like, it hit the other dice, but you know.
Galaxy dice to replace it.
It goes down, and you miss them as they're able to just step back out of the way. And this one is just outside of the 5 feet on either of you, so they don't have to worry about an attack of opportunity. They are going to book ass.
Mushrooms ain't worth this.
They're running and they don't know what direction they're going in, basically. And you hear a crunching sound and some scraping noises off in the woods, well beyond where you can see through the tree lines.
Okay.
And a guttural, gurgling scream. And the meanwhile,
I seem to do well at hitting them when I'm spinning.
and that brings us to you, Alabaster.
So I move forward towards the guy right next to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
No, the other guy. Like as far forward as I
Purple
can.
and gold.
Yeah,
Closest to you.
right next to the yeah.
Alright.
And I grab my great sword, which is already out, and I just shove it through his chest.
Roll the hit. Wait, I already did that part.
Yeah.
And it's Dex, right?
What'd you do?
Or is it just the hit?
So what?
What?
Is it? Do I have any bonuses?
Your strength bonus.
4.
For a hit.
Yeah.
That one, you misses. As he sees you coming, he just kind of and knocks your sword away with his spear.
Knocks it away with this spear.
Yep. And he looks over at his buddy and says, "Guess we ought to keep this lot all occupied since all the weaklings are dying." You hear the mage go. You hear a female mage's voice from underneath the hoods in front of you. Fucking cheeky bastard. And then go back and you watch as she seems to just shake herself and try and focus on what's directly in front of her, as it were. But that being the case, he's going to take his round, they're going to take at the end. They were waiting until either A, you all went through all of those, or B, one of these guys called them. They're going to take their first shot at you, Alabaster. 18?
It's
You see their spear thrusts outward, and you take 1d6, or you take 4 damage You take 4 damage as they manage to skewer you. Pretty solidly hitting that center mass. Number 2 is coming at you, Viridia. Because you're really doing some damage. Does a 13 hit you? Viridia. 13?
And, yes, it does. My DC's a 12.
Wow. Okay, so you take 5 points as a spear comes at one of the guys with the spear charges towards you and catches you in the side with it.
Okay. You said 5 points?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They are done, and that brings us back around to you, Wisp. You just watched a spear go into Viridia within 10 feet of you.
Really?
Yep. That guy did it.
That guy. Oh.
I'm the DM, I'm supposed to tell him.
Right.
That's it.
That guy did it.
That guy did that. The other one said, you just watched as both Viridia and Alabaster got stabbed at it.
Has that guy taken any damage?
No.
The guy that attacked her hasn't had any damage yet?
Then
Oh, okay. Alright. I'm going
No,
to
I'm talking about the part.
move towards that guy.
They escaped. Let's see how they spin the story. Survivors tell the tale.
depends on if they're believed.
Alright. I'm gonna move towards that guy, and I am going to pull out. I'm gonna pull out a twig that's kind of like a blackened, almost looks like charcoal. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and cast Witch Bolt. It's a concentration, lasts the 1 minute on hit, does 1d12 lightning, and each turn for a duration does an additional 1d12 lightning.
As long as you keep concentration. Yep.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
16 plus dirty 20.
That hits. Warlocks are evil.
Good, yeah,
Yeah, and I get 1d12 lightning for the duration. I believe it's 1d12.
So roll to 1d12.
Yeah, I'm double checking. Yeah, 1d12. A little boulder right here, I believe it's 1d12.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like that. It's a little bolder.
okay. 9 plus 4. 11.
11?
Or no, 9 and 4 is 13, sorry. It's 13. Wow, my mathing was wrong.
As your bolt strikes him, you watch it pierce through the breastplate, leaving a small hole, and you hear as it crackles back and forth between the front and back of the breastplate. And he's still standing by some grace of the gods, but you can watch as little arcs of this bluish, greenish, purple electricity just sear underneath of his skin directly in front of you, and he's still standing.
Look, guys, we're having barbecue!
Is it their turn? Or is it mine?
It is the wizard's turn, the one that's left, standing directly in front of you, and there's one left, just one. And they're going to, at this exact distance, they're going to reach out and cast Burning Hands in a last-ditch effort to try and live. 17?
Barely. I'm 16.
It's
Right
or
this
but
way,
yeah.
though. Yeah, because Rage does not give me extra.
We are going to burn the hands. Alright, and you get a dexterity saving throw. For each creature in a 15-foot radius.
Alright, I did.
I don't know.
I will look to see if I
We'll
can.
get you another 20.
I have those two.
Yeah. It shames them more to be replaced. Put the thing
So.
in jail.
I need one.
We have enough d20s between the entire group. If anything that
So,
rolls a
what did
one
you roll
does
for your
not need
dex
to play
save?
again.
That was in that one.
Oh yeah, you took it. You take 10 points of fire damage as a cone of fire erupts from their hand and smacks directly into your chest. It's everything within 15 feet.
You said 10?
You actually see the very edges of those flames. Not this far from you.
Mhm.
And add 6 feet to that for you.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And that now brings us to Viridia because that is the only wizard left.
Ah, yes.
Goes faster as they die.
Right. The guy right in front of me crackling with lightning.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take my dagger out of my boot and shove it up under his chin. For 1d4.
Roll to hit. You can use your dexterity modifier for it if it's higher. It's a finesse weapon.
Oh, that was a 1.
That's a 7.
Oh, it's a 7? What's my dex? Gonna bring it to a 9. Yeah, 9.
That does not hit him at all. He manages to actually get out of the way as your dagger comes up. He's like, oh, aren't you cute? You can go get me with that pig sticker.
Okay.
Any movement?
No, I don't see any reason to move, no. Not until he's
No
dead.
reason to move. Okay, so that brings us back down to these three. These are 3 morons. Larry, Curly, and Mo.
How long until he gets hit with the second thing of light?
Larry takes a shot at you with your next round, your next turn.
That's me.
Yep, Larry takes a shot at you with his rapier, dirty 20.
It hits.
You take 2 damage as the first one gets and it kind of catches you in like forearm. The second guy, he's gonna try and pin cushion you right along with his friends because they're just like that. 18.
Just hits.
You take another one. He actually hits you pretty solid center navel with this one, and you take a full 7.
That's more than half my remaining hit
Oh,
points.
no, 2 separate hits.
The 7 is more than half of my remaining hit
Doesn't matter.
points.
Half of your total.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And the third one moves himself into position and is actually quite scared of you after what happened last time. And he misses. Alright.
Oh, don't forget, we all.
Cool.
And it's your turn.
Cool. Can a second wind as a reaction to being attacked?
Is it a reaction?
I believe so, yes.
I think it's a bonus action.
You're right. I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
I need to grab a d10. Reduce this to 1.
You know it's bad when the fighter has
But
to get a
this
second wind.
is.
Right.
Right.
I didn't see it. Alright, so 1d10.
That's
Plus
you still have those 2 health potions.
Cool. I gain back 8 points of health
Okay.
And that one that just won't move and is way too close to the mushrooms, I'm taking another swing.
Okay.
For a nat 20, that's going to be 2d8 plus 3 or 1d8 doubled?
1d8 doubled.
Okay. That would be 7 plus, so 7 times 2 is 14.
Plus your strength modifier?
It was 4 plus 3 equals 7 times 2 is 14.
Yeah.
And that was to him?
Yeah.
Well, that did hit, and that did damage, and this time, as it collides with him, you manage to cleave his sword arm off, and he crumples to the ground, coming inward towards the body. You don't realize until your sword stops right around the spinal column that you'd also managed to get that sweet spot right between here and between the ribs and the pelvis, you know, where there's really nothing there to guard you. And he crumples down dead. And then there were 4.
I don't want them any closer.
We
to
are
the
to
mushrooms.
you and the lovely robed woman in front of you.
Very grumpy. I swing my great axe at her.
Very grumpy. Right. Okay. That's right, you just got hit with burning hand and hurt.
And I missed her prior to that.
True. You don't have frenzy rage.
Look. Does a 9 hit?
Plus your strength modifier. Or is that with your strength modifier?
4 plus 5 is 9.
Okay. No, just barely misses.
Again, goddammit.
Hey, don't feel bad. Think about how many ones I've rolled tonight. Okay, and that brings us to... Nope, they're dead.
Nope, they're dead.
That brings us to you, Alabaster. You are here with this guy.
Alright, so
You're
since I
not
cast it.
Alabaster?
Oh, that's great. Okay. Sorry.
You whisper.
Gender identity crisis over there?
Apparently.
Personality identity.
Person identity, that's what I meant.
General identity crisis.
General, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's my, my patron speaking into my head. I don't know.
So I am going to just swing on the dude right in front of me
You're going to swing. Okay,
with
well,
my
hit.
sword. Because I'm right there, I might as well. 19.
Oh, that hits. Roll for damage.
8.
Well, I'm just going to put it like this. In his particular case, as you jerk your shoulder free from that spear being thrust into you, you come back across with your greatsword, and you cleave him pretty much down to about here on a diagonal slash, dropping him to the ground into as you now find yourself standing in a pool of his own blood, with a clear line of sight between here and here, and seeing that Kalora has themselves against a wall of Myconids, facing off against 2 men in with rapiers wearing breastplates.
Alright, since he's dead, I kind of moved towards her since I still have my move action.
That'll get you. That can get you to right about here.
As close as I can.
That would be here, and that would be dead.
Yay,
I
some
don't know
help.
who's. And that brings us to the one that is left between Wisp and Viridia. And he thinks that you think you're being cheeky with that dagger, and he's going to actually take his shot at you with his spear. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
You watch as his spear thrusts out and goes between, like, where the hood of your cloak would be and your neck, and pierces the back of your cloak's hood. Doesn't hit you.
Okay.
and tears it outwards as he jerks away, realizing what he missed. Yeah.
Do I get a reaction or?
Not to that you don't. It's
Okay.
just an attack, but.
Okay.
He did miss, though. You don't take any damage. There's the good news. And that brings us back to the top and Wisp.
Me?
Yeah.
Yay! So I gotta roll again for that guy to get the damage, lightning damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. You just roll the damage. It's already connected. Witch Bolt, once it connects, it stays connected, and they don't get a save.
Okay. 12.
As that spear goes piercing through your hood and tears away, you watch as Wisp just their fur sparks a little bit in some ways, and the witch bolt pulses again inside of this guy, and they just kind of crackle and sizzle and crumple inside their armor, bits of them flaking off.
Ooh.
And they are dead as doornails. That's, I believe, one of mine. We'll figure it out after.
Oh,
Excellent.
good, the cavalry's coming.
Alright.
And you still have your movement, and there's, yeah.
I still have my movement and another action because that was an action from the last one.
You can use your action to activate the witch bolt every turn. That is your action. You have your movement.
Oh, so I can't attack again?
No.
No.
That sucks.
No, but as long as you hold your concentration, it will continue to
But-
do damage every round.
But you
10
can
rounds.
move your witch bolt to any target within range
Yes, as long as you hold your concentration on the witch bolt.
as a bonus action since you just killed somebody.
Alright, I'm gonna move it towards the guy who's by the barbarian.
There?
Lady in the robe.
Okay, roll to hit again because it is going at a new target.
Okay.
Tends to break.
17.
That'll definitely hit that one.
Never roll for damage.
No, you don't roll for damage, it just connects.
Okay.
And that brings us around to, well, yeah. That brings us to same said individual. Who is going to cast a firebolt. And blows it right past your shoulder. They suck.
Oh, wow. At point blank range, they still miss.
They couldn't hit the broadside of the barn, apparently. They're terrified after watching that many people die from such a small group of people by comparison. Mm-hmm. You guys were outnumbered 3-1.
Easily.
Yeah, there's 5 of you, there were 20 some of them.
Yeah, the bad part is if you think about the most damage dealt was dealt by the next plane.
No?
That's what you get for using a ranged weapon at melee range.
Right.
So that misses, that kills their turn. Now it's you, Viridia.
I'm going to assume that the barbarians got it. I am going to use my speed to move towards the group attacking Viridia as close as I can get.
That is as close as you can get if you use both your action, if you use your action as a dash.
Yep, do it.
That'll get you there.
Woohoo, the cavalry's coming!
And that will cover that. The nobles. I'm going to see if they actually even notice you did that. Nope. It's their turn, and they're still focusing very heavily on Kalora. The first one rolls a nat 20.
Okay.
1d6 for this one. 10.
And Kalora falls to the ground.
We'll discuss that in a minute. So, you don't have to make your death save this turn. They do have a chance to stabilize you. You did have 2 health potions in your pocket, but you're in the middle of a fit, so
Yeah, I was not thinking what's in my pocket. I'm thinking I'm going to kill these guys. Unfortunately, they hit me a little harder than I anticipated getting
So,
hit.
we're going to put it from 1 up since you were there to a 2.
Yep.
And the second, watching you crumple, the second one, since this one got that attack off, looks up, sees the 2 of you coming, and goes straight for the squishy one.
Me?
Yes.
You think so squishy, how cute.
Compared to the guy wearing scale mail, you are.
Okay.
And he's going to roll at you. And then his blind charge with his rapier, and he's wearing a very nice ornate breastplate and everything. Looks like fine clothes underneath. He comes charging up with his rapier, and he goes to thrust at you.
That's okay. I'm making a baseball slide
Does
towards
a 10 hit?
Kalora. No. I baseball slide under him. I'm headed towards Kalora.
Actually, yeah, Kalora's out cold, so
Yep.
Kalora, you need your death save now. That will come
That's a
on.
10. Ooh.
That's 1.
One
1 in the positive.
Yay!
Azura, your turn.
Cool. I swing at the bitch again with my great axe.
Go for it.
Okay. What is that? I can't see it.
8 total. You miss.
Is that really a 3? Yes,
Yes,
it's
it
really
is a 3. I
God
would not
damn.
lie to you.
Oh god, it rolled a 2 after being tossed back in.
Here it is.
Sometimes the dice do not like us. Be glad this is not a gambling game.
This one's rolled a couple times and matches your other dice. There you go.
All right.
We'll just keep replacing them.
So you miss. Do you want to take a movement?
She could either follow or just run away. The wizard, the
Yeah, I mean, if you move, they are going to get an attack of opportunity, but they kind of suck. If they use their dagger.
It pinched my nose.
Wisp has bit his own nose.
It's a warlock thing.
The mask is hungry.
How far can I get?
On a full dash action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get to right about here, give or take. Easily. You can get to this guy or that guy.
Okay. Yeah,
He
which
shouldn't
one?
get his attack of opportunity if he's still entangled.
Oh yeah, that's true. They would be entangled. You haven't lost concentration yet.
No, I haven't cast anything that would undo that.
You haven't taken enough damage.
Which one just hit? Clara. Okay. Seeing the pretty bird lady drop, I go towards that one.
Okay, so you make
That's not me!
Oh wait, that's them. They do get an attack of opportunity. I'm not holding my breath for their sake. 18?
That does hit.
Well, there's good news to that at least. You feel their dagger graze you and it nicks your thigh as you run past them. You take 1 damage.
What?
It's bleeding. You can feel the hot blood on your leg as you run by, but it doesn't even slow you down or make you focus elsewhere. And that brings us to... Well, you still have your attack if you want it. You didn't swing at that one, did you? Oh no, you did swing at that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I missed.
Okay, so that brings us around to Alabaster. You have 2 men in breastplates with rapiers standing.
how close are they to each other and how lined up are they? Like,
Well, that would be a straight line. There's about 5 feet between the 2 of them. And
I want to move just to my right, the other way, to where I'm like lined up, to where I could pull out my crossbow and see if I can kill both of them with one shot on my light crossbow.
You cannot manage that when their body mass will stop it. And they're not, if you move to there, I'm just going to give you the heads up. At that point, they have half cover behind Viridia.
Viridia is baseball sliding towards Calora.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
I am.
'Cause they
Sliding
missed-
into home.
Yeah, they missed Viridia. And so she would be behind them. Because she was sliding towards Calora.
Well, even if I'm in front of them, I'm all the way on the ground. They're standing, I'm not.
You're getting ready to make that slide basically at this point.
Right, right, because as soon as
yeah.
I forgot what happened last round, but
To attack you.
yeah, they went to attack me, and
Yeah, you went and ducked basically.
and
to get ready to-
I ducked, and the
you
whole
can't
reason
exact.
for this.
Okay, the catch is that you can't actually slide between his legs at this exact point to get your movement because you're out
I
of
wasn't
movement.
going to. No, that was this.
I thought your movement was from here to here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but then they swung on me and missed, and the reason they missed is because I took the opportunity. I'm kind of in the middle of all this action. I'm baseball sliding towards Calora to cast Cure Wounds on my next round.
Okay, so that
The
would put
end
you
of their dash
here.
is a slide.
Yeah.
Got it. So that I'll allow that for rule purposes. All right, so that would leave that one wide open to you, and yes, that would line them up right then.
Could I try to hit both of them with one shot?
You could not hit both of them with one shot, but you can nail one of them easily.
Yeah, let's shoot the closest one.
No problem.
So,
Actually, at that range, you get advantage on the roll. 2d20s get the highest.
and
He's
then
within close
for
range.
the light crossbow, isn't it 1d6 piercing?
Yep. Plus your dex bonus.
So 18 for the advantage.
Okay, with your dex bonus?
With my yeah.
Either way, it hits.
Yeah. I don't have a bonus to my
And
dex.
what's your... And go ahead and roll for damage. 1d6.
1.
At least it's enough to take out an eyeball.
Depends on how many hit points he had left.
That's true.
This one catches him kind of in the bicep and it's bleeding out. It was a little close and you were pulling off the hip, so it was a little harder on you to actually get the shot you wanted, more center mass. But you did hit him. He does seem to be looking a little rougher. And I mean, these guys weren't looking that great anyway for some reason. Don't know what could happen there. And that brings us to, oh, they're dead. Never mind. Those guys are dead. That brings us around to Wisp.
Is that one person still alive? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're alive. They're just there. The barbarian got bored.
Okay,
Moved on.
I'm assuming at this point that I was able to see them knock down Kalara, right?
You have the tree in the way.
You have the tree in the
yeah.
way, technically.
Yeah, technically.
That part of the
Sorry,
shrink's there.
Okay, well at this point, am I able to see this group over here, or?
Nope, they're in the bushes.
Okay.
And they're friendlies.
So I just got that one guy?
You got that guy and these two.
But that is Rogue,
Oh, that's
is
right
the
there.
last wizard.
That one guy I also caught with Witch Bolt on the last,
Yes.
the last
And
thing.
he's still frying.
No, you've just attached to her. She hasn't received any attack from it yet.
Yeah, so
Doesn't
she's
receive
sitting
any
over there with the witch bolts crackle starting to just be there.
Alright, so I guess at this point I would roll for damage with the Witch Bolt.
Okay, go for it.
Where's my boulder? There's my boulder. That was weird, but anyway. 14?
Yeah. You hear a sizzling and a popping sound as they crumple and electrically burn to ash. And what's the range on that? Because it gets 10 rounds of that shit. If every round is 6 seconds.
30 feet.
30 feet. There is nobody else within range of you to
Okay.
attach it to.
Alright.
But it's still technically active as long as you keep concentration. You just have to roll a hit once you get close enough.
I guess I'm gonna try and do a movement then and move closer towards the group.
Okay, you've got 30 feet of movement, so 5, 10, 25, 30. That gets you right about there. It's within 30 feet of you, but you already used your casting action, so it'll have to go to the next round before that kicks over. The wizard, well, they're dead now,
They're dead now.
because that happened. And that brings us down to Viridia.
I'm casting Cure Wounds on Kalora.
Okay.
Yay!
Well, are you a willing target?
Very much so.
Unconscious, willing.
Very much.
Unconscious, willing, prone. Same difference. Go ahead and roll for your hit to heal.
6 or 5. 5 points.
Any bonuses? Isn't it plus your spell modifier?
Oh, it is. My spell attack bonus, right?
Yeah.
Plus 7.
Cool.
So you gain 12 hit points. By the way, another thing that can be used for bonus actions is popping corks and drinking a potion.
I don't have any alcohol on me.
Upon coming to
No,
consciousness,
actually,
do I get enough of a
No, I
reaction?
don't.
You have? Oh no, you wouldn't. That's right.
I
you.
tried to give them to them too.
And thinking of bonus actions, I have taken some damage, not a lot, but some. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit for my bonus action. Hit my potion bottle.
Okay, so go ahead and roll D2D, or go ahead and roll.
Coming to
4.
consciousness, do I get enough of a
3d4?
reaction
Yeah.
to pop a cork?
Pretty good. It's a pretty good healing potion. The druids have good brews.
Now, do we have to drink the whole potion?
Yep. Do not drink part of it. You gotta drink it all.
4, 8. Well, that's
11.
more points than I lost. Plus 3.
Cool.
So I'm back up to my full hit points.
Good deal. And that brings us to them. As they see you heal this bird, this guy takes a swing at you. Because they're still somehow alive.
My AC's 12.
They 11. So they just barely miss getting the rapier caught up in your robes and pull it back before it's actually stuck. Number two sees a naked person in a loincloth, and big weapon or not, they figure easy target. 15 plus 3, 18 to hit. Okay, you do take half damage because you have resistance while in a rage to piercing and slashing.
Correct.
So it's 1d6. You take 2 damage. So you watch the rapier go into this person and barely bleeds as it comes out.
Yep.
It did hurt, but you take 2.
Can I have the bonus pencil so that I have to stop sharing?
It has
bonus
no eraser,
pencil?
FYI.
The bonus pencil.
That's what makes it a
You
bonus.
said 2.
2, correct. Kalora, you are now conscious but prone.
Do I have enough
Denver. This one is.
to pop a cork and also take one of the healing potions?
Easily. That's your bonus action. Also, I need you to make a constitution save.
Okay. Give me just a moment. 2d6 plus 4.
I know, figure it out.
11. And a constitution save?
Correct.
Alright. 15.
You're good.
Or, sorry, 5.
5. Okay. You're not good. You come out of it like you're coming out of a night terror, still in the same headspace, only now you can see Viridia is in your hallucination with you.
there's a whole lot of lockup. Just reaching for the blade that I, in collapsing, lost hold of, and locking eyes with you. Like,
Okay, so
if I could have gotten a hold of my sword, it was not gonna be pretty. I've hit my partner in a coming out of a night terror, so it would not have been
I
discriminating.
totally get that. And next would be, that's your action. So now we go to you, Azura.
Okay.
Going for one of them, idiots?
Yeah.
Which one? Idiot with around these
Yeah.
two, or okay? Go ahead and swing. You get an advantage. You are definitely flanking them.
Cool.
They're facing the two of you in their kitty cornerback.
Nice.
So I rolled 2s.
2d20, take the highest.
Okay. The fuck? And I got a 4 and an 8. But 8 plus 5 is 13.
That glances off of their breastplate. And they're shaken because they feel the vibration. I mean, this is a great axe hitting their breastplate. And it shakes them pretty hard, and they take notice of you. But they don't turn around. And that brings us to Alabaster.
Alabaster?
You're right here.
I pull out my light crossbow again, which is already ready, and I shoot for the guy right in front of me again.
Alright, go ahead and take a shot.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll for damage, and then double it.
So you want me to just roll 2d6
Nope,
instead?
roll 1d6, add your bonus, and then hit, and then multiply times 2.
Dex bonus?
Correct.
8.
16 points of damage.
No, that's
no,
double.
total of 8. Because he doesn't have a bonus.
I don't have a bonus.
Okay, so it was 8.
Yeah, it was
times
4.
2 because it's a crit.
No, it was 4
4
times 2 because
Okay,
I don't
got
have any
it. So
bonuses.
8 to... Well, it doesn't matter. Flop 1 or 2. It's still going to have the same result. This time, you've managed to center yourself in on everything that's going around. I mean, you really did come up as a farmer. You're not exactly what we would call overly inclined to be violent in the first place, and you really didn't want to kill that many people. But this time, you watch as the bolt goes directly into the trachea, right here at that cleft in the neck, and turns into a pretty little fountain as they just look at you, seeing your holy symbol on the outside of your armor being a paladin, and die drowning in their own blood.
Well, they should have been smarter.
That's right. And the next one comes around to you, Wisp.
Is that the only guy left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one guy left. So I said it's all us and the Myconids.
The Myconids didn't have to fight him.
Only one passed away.
Alright, well, you know what? I'm kind of bored, and that guy's kind of there, and...
Is he within
I'm kind of
range?
bored and he's kind of there.
I mean, I do have the movement, but I don't really know if I want to or not, so...
You're still concentrated, so you still have your...
Yeah, but... I mean, that's gotten kind of old at this point. It's annoyed me. I mean...
I get it.
Let's be realistic, man. It got me bored a little bit. Where the hell is my other piece? There it is. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna move at this point. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast my Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit.
Alright.
One advantage this guy has. Armor class.
Uh, 19.
19. What'd you roll?
15 plus my 4.
15 plus 4? Yeah, that'll do it. Well, you do hit him. What's the damage on that?
1d10.
He
Force
might live.
damage.
He could live.
Um,
He could live.
This one, right?
Yes.
Might not want to, but good.
Also the other one that looks just
This
like
one?
it with that tree. Yep.
He has a solid chance of living.
Zeros mean 10.
There's a 1. Plus my 4, I do 5.
So
Damn.
it slams into him, and he's staggering, and looking real rough. But he's alive.
I'm gonna move closer since I still have an action.
Okay.
I figure I can move 30 feet, so I'm gonna kind of like move right about there on the side of it.
You
if
can
I
get
if I
like
can.
anywhere up to here,
Alright, so I'll come about like right here. Thank you.
and that brings us to Viridia.
Which way is he facing?
Towards you.
That is what I thought. And I am actually still crouched on the ground. I'm gonna bring, since my quarterstaff is still shillelied, I am going to bring the, just kind of like swing it around, try to like sweep him off his feet with as much damage as possible.
Okay, go
So I'm
ahead.
swinging low.
So swing to hit, aiming for the kneecaps.
Like kneecaps, ankles. I'm hitting
Okay.
his leg right about here. I would think. I'm just
Okay.
trying to take him clean off his feet.
Roll to hit.
Shillelagh.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a 1.
that's a 1.
As you swing past, he somehow, as fucked up as he looks, manages to just stagger out of the way. And doesn't, I mean, that's all that he can do at that point. Next one goes to Kalora.
Cool. Would it be a bonus action to get on my feet?
It takes half your movement, so no.
Okay. So it doesn't take my action though.
But if it would take half of your movement to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna do so by extending my wings, like, to push myself up onto my feet.
Strength check that.
Okay.
Wings are fragile things.
That is a 13 plus 5. That's an 18.
You're good. You have some strong wings.
Yes, I've been using them quite a lot.
Okay, so
It's how
yeah, you
fun
managed
this
to
is.
get yourself standing, and what you doing?
As I come up, this would be my bonus action to pull out my hand axes that were readied at my hips, right?
Yes, you could bonus action that.
Cool. I am now dual wielding 2 hand axes, and I am gunning for him.
Roll the hit. One in each, or
1 in each hand.
and you have the dual 2-weapon
2-weapon
fighting.
fighting.
Okay, so you don't get disadvantage on the second, or actually, it's that you get to add your bonus to both.
How does 19 sound?
Like
No,
it
the
hits.
first one. And then
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage. These guys aren't quite as.
Actually, no, don't roll for damage. Just describe what you do in your fit of what the fuck as you finally get a hold of one. Because he was
Coming-
down to 1, and no matter what you roll, you win.
Having locked eyes with Meridian, had the moment to recognize her. Wings go down from beneath me, pushing me up as I swing both hand axes out and literally come down Hulk smash style on this guy's forehead.
Nice.
Stay the fuck off my mushrooms.
As you go to pull your axes back, they are firmly wedged in his forehead.
I had
You
enough.
hear a disgustingly sick sucking noise.
I knew I would like you.
I have adopted the mushrooms, by the
Hey, if it
way.
doesn't sound like stirring macaroni and cheese, you're not doing it right.
Right? No.
All
Cora
right.
has very much
And with
decided the
that,
mushrooms.
the
were
last
over.
bit of blood sputters forth from his mouth as he twitches on the bottom halves of 2 hand axes with a curved blade. and then falls lifelessly to the ground. At this point, the spore density in the air seems to change. And the only thing that you can hear is what seems like feelings of a thank you. And as you look around, you notice that there are actually dead Myconids around here. And you can see in the bushes littering throughout the area the rest of the larger group that was leaving the town. What you're looking at is the last of that settlement, other than the children.
Can I offer them a gift?
Sure.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch on my side and pull out the luminescent blue, like the vial of luminescent blue stuff that I got off the old man when we went to the one town, where he had like the really fast growing mushroom, the growth
Oh,
serum.
the mushroom growth serum stuff?
Yeah, the mushroom growth serum stuff. And I wanna hand it to the Myconid and be like, you know, I'm sorry for your loss. Here, please take this as a token to repopulate.
How long does it take your face to disappear?
There's magic, yeah, I forgot.
I was just wondering.
Few minutes after using like battle mode, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and hand it to him and say, you know, here, sorry for your loss. Hopefully this will help you repopulate, and I explain to him what it is and what it does.
You watch as a very odd-looking hand. It kind of looks like the base of a mushroom with growing out tendrily shapes into the shape of fingers. Reaches out, takes it. Takes a deep sigh of relief and then nods, and you hear the words, come forward. In all of your minds, like, come join us. And they all turn and they walk back into there. And go back into the caves.
Oh, I'm definitely following. I'm hoping for food.
Yeah, I'm down.
And
I'm
then conscious makes you
following too.
Yeah.
As you're walking in, you see a bunch of what look like completely sapient, little purple morel-looking mushrooms go running by. These would be their children. And they start picking up the bodies of the dead and dragging them in.
Out of curiosity, is there still like that spore cloud?
No, it started to
Like-
dissipate as soon as the last dude fell.
Okay.
They're also bringing in their dead.
Okay.
And as you enter when you first got here, you had only gotten just barely into the entrance where you'd seen this, where you'd seen all the gore and insanity.
Okay.
As you round about the third corner down into this dark passageway illuminated only by like glowing mushrooms, lots of different colored glowing mushrooms. It's beautiful. You see a city start, or a small, like an actual settlement with houses made of wood, bone, and rather large bones. And you see circles of these Myconids sitting, like there are circles of benches scattered throughout in what look like little park areas, all set up with subterranean plants and ecology, so that it looks like they've been living here for some time. And as the younger ones bring in the elders, or those who died in the conflict, they start breaking them down into the different parts and shapes and things of this nature. You start hearing in your head, it all started like this. We do not eat our dead. We do not believe in cannibalism. we are willing to give you our dead. You are welcome to continue the cycle. But they were eating our children.
Mm.
The children are the next generation. They are not food, they are hope. One who devours hope is no more than a demon.
True that.
And they start, you may take what you want from the dead. And it seems that they've actually lined up all the dead humans. There's about 80 to 100 people lining the main street.
Nice. I'm gonna do a little bit of, hand picking. Remember the fertilizer that I made in the first round session? I am going to pull that out of my pouch, the pound I've got left, and
They look at this. You feel a warm sensation in your mind, warm feelings, warm happiness. They communicate versa through the spores that are floating that you're breathing in right now. And you smell things cooking. Like good smelling food. You don't smell any sauteed mushrooms though.
that is ground dried fruit and foliage.
They welcome you in. They show you to a very odd looking tavern. It's literally been grown out of shelf mushrooms. And carved. Not Smurf Village carved, but carved.
Of the dead bodies, do I see the female robed one?
Yeah, you can find that mage relatively easily.
Okay, I step on her head and use her robes to clean myself off.
I like this one.
I like this one. I love the two of you are like
You
sweet
see the
natured.
defilement of a corpse. But then again, how do you feel about that?
I don't care. I was about to loot the bodies.
Okay.
Not the Myconids.
No, the Myconids are actually
Not-
breaking themselves down for you.
Yeah, not the dead Myconids, but the villagers.
And-
I'm rifling their pockets for herbs, sticks, stones, scrolls, gold, I suppose, stuff.
I also take her little stupid dagger, and I have taken the bandage off of my face and put it on the worst part of where she burned me.
Very nice. I did get everybody a clean bandage.
Yeah, okay, so
And
everybody's treating their wounds and
I drank that potion. I'm actually good.
you're good.
Between the cure wounds and the potion I drank, I'm back at full health.
I'm only down by one HP.
I'm only
Yeah,
down
I'm
by,
sitting
like-
here at less than half of my
I rolled
HP.
really crappy.
Yeah.
I
Seeing
did.
you bleeding, I am going to hand you my other healing potion. 2d6 plus
And
4.
with that, I have a lot of math to do once we turn off the cameras, but that ends this
Oh,
evening and
right.
we'll
You gotta
pick
turn
up
it off.
next week.
4th, 12th.
In the tavern.
In the
Myconid
tavern, in
12th.
the Myconid
Yeah.
town.
Did
And
did you lose
you'll
it?
experience a brand new culture and
No,
a
I
brand
just
new
changed
idea
to
of what
purple.
sentience means.
Nice.
And with that, thank you all.
Thank you all for joining us.
We appreciate it. Please remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, interact. We love hearing from people. We're kind of terrible like that.
Oh, we never did say what the 4 people did.
Oh, I did very much at the very beginning.
Yeah, when Kalora got too close to them.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case there were things set up. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and as always,
Live long and
and
prosper.
Bye!
Bye bye.
and time to hit the stop.